557 Video Game Podcast.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Whether it's a beer, whether it's a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to your favorite interactive video game podcast. That's right, the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. And as always, we are here like Voltron as your hosts. Algae 857.
The 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chop. What up?
That's right. That's right. And if we sound like we're, a little,
High energy?
like yeah,
That's right, because we need to be. Let's get this good. They're trying to keep us down, but
Yeah,
we just
man.
keep coming back for more.
We're
Show
here.
goes
We're
on.
here.
You can kill our YouTube channel.
No, don't say that.
We'll
out loud.
come
Don't
back.
Don't say that out loud.
No.
They're gonna keep doing it, man.
I'm gonna talk my shit.
Nah, leave us alone.
He said, "Leave us alone."
I'm going hacker hunting. And I will
if you
whoop somebody's
didn't
ass.
know, listen, we're streaming on Twitch right now. We always stream on Twitch, but we're solely streaming on Twitch right now.
Yeah.
Because our YouTube got hacked by some. Nah, I don't even know who, but listen, right? So we're still live.
Mhm.
We're here for you guys. So sound off in the chat if you're happy to see us today, because we thought we wouldn't be on, but we're here.
You damn right.
We're here.
Show
And we're
me
waiting.
stuff.
We're waiting for our YouTube to come back. So hopefully they can get that situated super fast.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Throw a monkey wrench in the situation.
Hopefully.
But you know what you do with that wrench? You do it and you fix up some shit, and then we still got it cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right now we gotta wait. Let me start. We did everything we could.
We
We just
cooking
gotta
right
wait.
now. We cooking right now.
Exactly.
It's in the oven. It's in the oven.
Exactly.
But yeah, like every show, we start off with talking about the games we've been playing. So let's go ahead and do it, man. Who'd like to start?
Oh,
Let's see.
Actually, you know what? Let me start because I only played one game after this whole hacking thing.
I was gonna start, but you can go.
No, I was gonna say I only have one game. It's a real quick game I picked up actually on Steam.
3 hours later.
Yeah, yeah. It was a bundle.
Go ahead,
Set
go
up.
ahead, go ahead,
No,
go
it's a game I picked up on Steam. It's actually coming to the Switch. I just read that it's coming to the Switch right after I bought it too. But I was like, damn it, what the fuck? It's a puzzle platform game in the vein of Mega Man, which is weird.
oh,
It's a pixel art. First of all, the name of the game is called Elect Head.
elect head.
Yeah.
What did I hear?
Use your imagination.
I elect that.
I
not
just
an
saw
X-rated
somebody. I saw somebody talking about that. I don't know who though, but somebody just said something about that. So
It's coming to the Switch, I think, at the end of the summer.
okay.
That's supposed to come out.
Elect head.
But the game is cool, man. Game is pretty damn cool.
Was it in
tough.
the indie? Was it in the Nintendo indie thing today?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I think they said it in there. One of the developers, so I might have heard it in there.
Oh, okay.
I
there
did
you-
watch it. I did
well,
watch that.
Well, there you have it. And I find this out after I buy the game. It was only $10, so it wasn't like a super expensive game. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
What's
bad.
going on,
Bizarre.
Yo,
What's good, man?
Bizarre, what's good?
Ha Bazaar. That's good.
Bizarre made the jump to Twitch. with
Yeah,
us.
Yeah, man, he be twitching all the time.
Yeah,
Damn,
buddy.
man.
No, I mean like on the channel.
Tweaking?
Oh, man, yeah. Drug addicts, man? What the hell?
Damn.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing, man. That was it.
Not bad.
All right, I can
Bizarre,
throw
we chilling,
titles
man.
out there. Listen, I played some old school, and I played some new school also.
Remake of Elden Ring.
Nah, that's not done yet, man. Like the next 3 or 4 years, it's gonna happen. But I threw on some Outrun 2.
Oh, wow.
Because I was testing out my PlayStation 2 emulator, so I was like, let me play some Japanese Outrun 2.
Outrun 2.
Yeah, it was a special edition one. I beat it. I beat the game.
Did they keep the music?
They do have remixes of the music, and they have about, I think, 4 more tracks.
Okay.
That sound pretty cool, but nostalgia kicks in. I gotta have my old music. Game is fun. Game is definitely fun. I played the arcade mode. There's other modes like heart mode and stuff like that. You played too, right?
I think I played
On the
two.
Xbox, I think you did, right?
It looked a lot better. There was some more tracks. They weren't that
Yeah.
bad, but the classic ones were
It was
much
fun.
better.
Still fun. And a lot of resurgence of all those old classic racers. Like you were playing
Slipstream.
Slipstream is based on something like that too, or inspired by it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I also threw in some Tekken Tag Tournament.
Whoa, that's a throwback right there, man.
I beat that too.
That's a throwback.
That was fun. I was just testing, like I said, I was testing my computer to see if it was, because last time I was running it, Joel saw me from Media Glitch, and it was running at like 10 frames per second when I was testing it. I was like, damn, this shit is not running too good, man.
Let me guess. He said amateur hour.
Amateur.
Of course he did. So I had to update my processor. I tested it again. 60 frames. 60 frames.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And it was running flawless. And I was like, okay, now I'm happy with this.
And Joel's nowhere to be seen.
No, of course.
yeah, he's like, what's up? Work now. I don't want to.
He thought you were gonna break out Street Fighter 5 again.
Yeah. Trying to roast.
Nah, he don't want to play that. Nah, he don't want none of that.
Looking to roast.
He don't want the smoke.
You guys asked what?
And in Street Fighter, yeah, he was.
You know, he was probably screaming like,
Hey man, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, when are we playing Mortal Kombat? I'm like, we're nuts.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not saying. Listen, I get destroyed in Mortal Kombat, so I got to take my wins. I got to gloat when
We're
I can.
gonna get him in Mortal Kombat. We're gonna get him.
Should be like Mortal Kombat.
Kev wants
or
to smoke and then he'll get smoked.
And then last Thursday, I played Sifu and beat that.
Finally get the-
Nice.
They had an update, so I played the update, the new version of it. So
What's the new version?
easy mode. So I was like, this is actually fun now because it's frustrating.
We call that bitch mode,
Oh.
man.
I'm gonna have to.
That
I'm gonna have to
bitch
cop
mode.
that.
Shame on you, Sticks.
I'm not
gotta
gonna
wear
have
you.
that.
I
gotta
didn't
wear a
get
baby
beat
bib.
like a bitch though. Nah, I
Damn.
won. I beat the game.
They should call it bitch mode. That'd be
No,
fun.
I actually
Easy mode, bitch
Yeah.
mode.
I'm not sure if there's a different ending because I was not sure I beat the
I'm
game.
playing that on normal.
They
man.
give you diapers. And
It's fun. No,
freaking-
listen. I definitely want to learn the game. I don't have time to learn it right now, but I definitely want to learn the game and beat it on normal. Definitely. But
Treat it like Elden Ring. You'll have the time.
I got to go back in the tutorial, and I was rusty as hell and easy. I was like, yo, I don't even remember how to do
That's
any of this
that's like
stuff.
stop playing Fury. When you stop
Yeah,
playing Fury,
you have to go through it again.
you have to just play it till it's over.
But I got to the end. It was still tough. It's still even on student, that shit is not easy. But I was actually enjoying myself though with the beatdowns. I was like, all right, I like this. I like it.
Like that, Jay?
Yeah, they were saying that to me.
Wow.
No, they were like easy mode.
But no, I did go. I did go back to the club though and beat them down. I love that stage.
They're in wheelchairs and shit.
Oh no, it wasn't
Yeah,
that. It definitely wasn't that. Nah, it was
elderly
still
people.
blocking all my
Beating up people on crutches.
That would be great.
But
if
no,
they
I'm,
did that.
I'm surprised though. I'm surprised. But a game like that, they never add the difficulty levels, and they say, you know what, we need more sales.
They listen. Well, they listen to the.
and they let it. They actually figured out how to do it. So
Because most gamers aren't good.
no, it's still rough. It's still rough, but they're less aggressive though. They are less aggressive as a total. Like if everyone comes at you,
Nah, I want all that.
they have a master mode
I'm
too.
gonna bring them all.
I actually had a lot of people watching me, and he was like, "Was you playing master?" I was like, "Nah, yeah,
Master?
you know I'm playing. You know I'm playing master mode on easy."
Jeez.
Wow.
Guy.
Wow.
They were laughing their ass off though. They had a good time. We had a lot of new followers that night.
Nice.
But
I just picked up that game, by the way.
what you got, Sifu?
Sifu, yeah.
Sifu?
For PS4.
He said you got that sequel?
I got that Sifu.
You got
I just
it
picked
for
up. I haven't
PS4?
played it. I haven't. Yeah.
They just had the new release for it. That's why they had the new
Yeah. So that's why I got it. I was like, oh
Vengeance,
shit.
Vengeance
look at that.
edition.
So about that Sifu?
But yeah, it was only digital before that, so
It's
I was
cheap.
like- I didn't even realize. But no, it's not bad.
Interesting.
But yeah, definitely give it a shot.
Mhm.
Anyone who hasn't played it, definitely play it.
I gotta get around to
Yeah,
it.
me
I'm
too.
very intrigued by that game.
Well, you got it. You got the physical though.
Nah.
Oh, you got digital.
Yeah.
But we could play it here. So
It's got
Everybody.
that Fury feel.
yeah, my Steam account, you can only be me signed in, so you can play it on the PlayStation.
So that
Yeah.
means you'll permanently have to play on easy.
Actually, the
I don't wanna
update
do
does it
that.
update on PS5 or no?
Yeah. You could.
Not permanently on easy.
If I log into my account on your PS5,
It'll play. On,
yeah, my whole library is there.
Okay,
so.
cool. So
yeah.
now y'all can play.
You know what's funny? I don't know why I just thought of it. Like a couple of games had it. Like when you keep dying in the same spot.
Mm.
Would you like to lower the?
Oh, I never. I hate doing that.
I hate that.
I hate that.
Fucking
No, man,
asshole.
I hate that shit.
When I'm
Or would you
determined-
like to skip it? That was in Days
even
Gone.
worse.
Mikey
Really?
Bees did that.
You can
'cause-
skip the whole
because of the horde.
horde.
Yeah, you have to take out hordes. And he was like, no, that shit was. I was like, oh, how'd you do on it? Because that was the toughest one. It took me a while. Oh, I got through it. I'm like, you got through it. Oh, how? I'm like, because I was struggling, and I know you couldn't even take out the small one. Oh, well, yeah. I was like, wait. I remember when I died multiple times, they asked me if I wanted to skip it. You skipped it, didn't you? Yeah, I had to. I'm like, you fucking-
I would have
Speaking
kept
of
up the
Mikey
line.
B's, y'all remember that picture I sent, right?
What picture?
The from Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh,
Yeah.
So pick your choice.
Cannot go back.
Oh,
And
man.
Just a little reminder. Just a little reminder.
That's
When they pop up that though, it's like they patronize you. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not going lower. Not when I have it on normal. I'm
Or
not
you
want
want
to
to skip this? No,
Nah.
I'm not
That's
skipping
imagine
that.
in a fucking.
They did it in Devil May Cry too, I think.
in the
They would
puzzle,
say
A
that.
few games they did that.
Yeah.
in the puzzle game I just played also was the same shit. They were like,
we see you're having a hard time.
they're like, would you like to lower
Hey,
the
we see that you suck at this game.
You can't
so
solve
let's turn
this.
down the difficulty.
Would you like to lower it down? Maybe it'll give you some pointers. And I'm like, no, man.
When I forget, I think I'm not sure if it's Uncharted or Tomb Raider, but like if you can't solve a puzzle, hit the directional pad for the hint.
The hint.
I'm
yes.
like, yeah, give me a
If
fucking
you're
hint.
there for an hour,
Nah, man.
Yeah.
if you're there for an hour, give me the hint.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
I hate that. I hate
Every
that.
time I
I'd
get
use
that, I always figure it out like 5 minutes later.
Because it takes
like off of some stupid shit.
It's starting to take me out of the game. When it starts to take me out of the game, I'm like, give me a hint because
Well,
I'm
it's
about to
usually
shut
where
this
to go
off.
next. It's usually like, look up at this window. Okay, fine. We're good.
never-
But I'm looking for the area to go. I'm like, it's just a bad design. Where do I go?
Give me that hint real quick.
that happens to me when I get lost in games.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I wish they tell me
with
that
a-
Tomb Raider 3 or whatever. I'm
Puzzle?
lost.
No.
I'm lost in it right now. I don't know where to go, and I'm not starting this
Just
over.
about to say, if you're not starting it over, then don't even do it. Because
I tried
it's
for an
too
hour.
far. Yeah, you
I
can't
tried
do
for
it.
an hour to find out where to go. I'm like, I'll never beat this game.
Is that when you're dressed as a Indian or whatever?
I'm in the town. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where to go.
But you're not dressed as Lara Croft, right, anymore?
I don't remember.
'Cause
I
if
know
you're
I'm
not-
like 60 or
Because
70%
that is
through,
when it drags.
and it was slow.
It's
yeah.
like 40% of the game is dragging. I almost turned shit off. I was like, this
Really?
I don't like this area.
The pacing is.
I'm
that
like,
bad?
I don't like this area at all.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
failed miserably on the third one.
So I would like
It's not
to
a
hit,
bad game, but they just failed though.
I would like them to
Pacing's
throw a hint. Like, show me where to go.
Just warp me out of this
That's
shitty
it.
area.
Just take me to the game. I want to play.
Terrible.
That's it.
Terrible.
Uncharted 3 was like that too.
That is-
With the
that has
pacing.
moments.
Like there was a few areas where I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, it
Good
didn't-
game though. No, it was a good game. It's just
pacing was a
I
little
like
off.
that.
compared to the others, it was like weak.
It was
in
like the
pacing.
movie.
Yeah. Oh God. no.
Mm. It's Vic
Nah,
Lucas
let's
when
not
you
talk
need
about
it.
that.
It's Vic Lucas when you need it.
That was all I played this week. Though. You guys, what else
Oh,
we got?
I played Bloodborne. Actually,
Yes,
I was.
thankfully.
I was.
He said, yes.
I don't know. I
I
just.
want to watch you play it though.
I'll try to stream it. I'll try to stream it.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I'll try to start streaming. This Sunday, I think I'll be able to stream it.
Did you beat any bosses?
I got up to two.
There's two bosses in the beginning.
There's two
that you can
bosses.
get to.
There is the hunter guy,
Mhm.
Dark Hunter. I fought him twice.
I got them first.
You got them first,
Yep.
really.
Yep. Did not know about the first boss.
And then that other beast is the which one I got up to him. The first time I fought him, I probably had a third of his energy to go, and he killed me. Second time I fought him, he had one more hit to die. Right. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Right.
Oh, you got greedy.
Yeah, I was
That's what
like,
happened.
I'm gonna keep. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna keep fighting enemies, and if I die, that's fine. I'm gonna save up all these blood vials, right? So I'll have like 20. I had 20, right? And I didn't even take a freaking. I took like maybe 15% of his energy, and I figured out what happened. My axe was a lot weaker because of the durability. I was like, why am I using more strikes to kill these zombies than usual? And I'm like, yo, the durability is on 60, and it's like it starts at 250. And I'm
It'll
like,
break down. Yeah.
it's like, and I'm like, I wasted all those blood vials, and I couldn't take no energy off this guy because I had a durability of 60 on my freaking axe.
So it's just understanding how to do it.
Exactly. So, and I understand. I figured out how to parry and how to upgrade my weapon and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why doesn't Castlevania follow this?
I'm telling you, it is a
I was like,
Castlevania game.
it feels Castlevania, and it's like you could. Why doesn't Castlevania use this as like a model? I'm like, they kind
They ain't making nothing for Castlevania.
Come on, Lords of Shadow, man.
That was way,
You
that
mean
was
God of
way
War?
before.
Yeah, God of War.
That was
Exactly.
before though. Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
And it still looks good.
It still looks good.
Came
And
out
people-
like one of the first generation games.
I was reading some articles like, yo, I hear there's a rumor about a freaking Bloodborne
Yeah.
remake. I'm like, you don't need a Bloodborne remake. I'm
Well,
like,
they've been saying that they want a
Yeah.
PC version.
Yeah.
They've been saying that for years.
all they need is a PS5 boost of its frame rate. That's it. That's all it needs. It does not. I'm like, you don't.
Well, that's what they
remake-
want. No, they do want the frame rate boost, but
Yeah,
they,
just-
can't. They don't. They can't.
No,
because-
Sony is stingy with the. They'd rather come out with like a special edition of the game.
well, no, the way the game
PS5.
is made is based on 30 frames. That's why they have a 60 frames hack.
Right.
And they figured it out. They figured it out, but it's not made to play that way.
It's a
So they have
cap.
to
It's a
redo it.
30
So-
cap because I hear like when the game is just like if there's no frame rate cap, it's easier to boost. When there's a cap, it's tougher to boost the game.
Well, it's also
I get
tougher to play because the timing and everything is all
timing
off.
and the way you do your revert.
Yeah.
Your.
Make it 60.
Nah, Kev just
Just
button
make
that.
it
Wow.
60. Man.
Well, that's the point. They,
No,
they-
the
they
timing
want to.
will be off.
It
because
throws
it's
it off,
extra
though.
frames, so it's the timing of the game is going to be way off.
But if they did it,
that's why.
yeah, people wanted to do it like a Demon Souls remake.
But yeah, you'd have to build it from the ground up.
Really? Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
man. Come, just 60 frames. They'll be fine.
But
man.
moving on.
Wow.
When you beat a boss, you'll
Wow.
understand. I know you're liking it now, but when you beat that first boss, you'll understand what it's about. I'm
Oh,
waiting
really?
for that moment.
Oh,
Yes.
really? I understand. I
Yes.
was very close to that moment. Hopefully, I'll beat that boss soon. But it's a fun game, and no matter how much I die, I don't get like pissed off. Like you lose all your blood.
No, you
so-
learn the game.
Yeah.
You learn the map. You learn how many
Yeah.
enemies come out. You learn
Yep.
which turn is what.
Yo,
You will know.
There was this alley I keep walking by, right? And this dude just hopped out of nowhere and hit me. And he was hitting me every single time. I'm like, yo, I know this guy's about to come out. But he's like, God, he freaking hits me with his axe. I'm like, all the fucking time. I caught him the last time I did, but he was catching me for like a half an hour. I'm like, why is it? I was like, why don't I learn this?
That's why I want to see this thing. You gotta see that.
This one dude. Then there was this guy that sleeps
Oh,
and he wakes up. He's like, he has a rifle. He wakes up. I caught his ass. Like I catch his ass. I walk by him and I just hit him with the heavy axe. I do like the heavy swipe and I catch him. He never does it. But that guy just comes out like nowhere. But he's
And
always,
what's funny is I know exactly what you're talking
you know what
about.
I'm talking about. It's like this guy comes out, always gets me. He killed me a couple of times. I was just like, yo, I'm
Guy
like, why-
sitting
why am
bottom
I
of the
not learning?
steps. You walk up the steps, go 2 houses down. The guy pops out the door. Yep.
That's
I
exactly
know
what it is.
exactly where.
I'll
you're
start
talking
streaming it
about.
because this is definitely a streamable game. It's a fun game. I like it a lot though.
I'm glad somebody is taking me.
Other than that, I played Triangle Strategy. I'm doing a new game plus because I gotta get all these characters. Eric, you don't understand. After you beat the game, you
You
can
just
keep,
started the
you
game.
can keep leveling up and you can keep unlocking more skills. And you're like, yo, like these skills are foul. And these characters, when you get new characters in the game, they come in at the level everybody's at. So it's not like you gotta build them up. And they have really cool things. I'm like,
You said some weird ass characters though. Who cares?
no, these characters are weird. This character I just got today, she does different attacks depending on what terrain she's stepping on. So if she's stepping on a stone, she can throw
cool.
a stone at you. She's stepping on grass, she throws vines at the enemies in a straight line. I'm like,
That's pretty crazy.
That's interesting.
I'm like,
That's like some X-Men shit.
yeah,
that's interesting.
it's like this. I'm like, this game is just like it's. I love to play it though. It's an awesome game. Awesome game. Top 10 still. Top 10 still, but it's like I play it here
Move
and
it
there.
on up.
Mostly Bloodborne right now. I don't know why. Castlevania should be made kind of like in that vein.
Been telling you for years.
And I play it now. It's just like, okay, I download it for free. Let me see what Jay played. I was like, you know what it is? I played it and I stopped because the character creation just like bored me out. And then and I picked it up again. I was like, okay, I finished the character creation. Let me play the game. And I'm like, oh, this is what it is. I'm like, okay, not bad.
They throw you to the wolves.
No, they
Like
do.
actually to an actual wolf.
Hey, throw you
That
with
wolf,
actual
just
wolf.
those 2 wolves, they destroyed me.
Yeah.
I got to the first time. There's like, it tear me apart. I was like, yo. I was like, 2 swipes? I was like, I just got the new armor. 2 swipes?
Yeah, man.
I'm like, Jesus. Nah, man. the wolves-
Amoxicillin jumped into the chat.
Amoxicillin.
Oh,
Thank you for showing up.
You saved me in Thailand when I fell off that AV.
Wow.
ATV, yeah. I use amoxicillin
Wow.
right over the counter. You can't get amoxicillin
All right,
over
that's
the
your
counter in the
thing.
U.S.
That's your thing. Sean.
Amoxicillin said, "Did we mention Ori and the Blind Forest yet? No, we did not.
We didn't get to the
We
main
didn't
event
get
yet.
to the main topic
Right.
yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I actually,
But stay tuned
yeah.
because
But good
I
looking
didn't-
out, though. That's a great question. Great question.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't think Ori was a indie because of Microsoft backing them. But
It's not
If
about
it
the
is-
publisher. It's
if it
about
is-
the developer.
if it qualifies, then hell yeah, we're talking about.
Doesn't
that.
matter about the publisher. It matters on the dev
All right. So what else we been playing?
and the price of the game.
that's it.
That's
what
it.
we
That's it. I'm
played.
done.
Oh, okay.
Go
I
ahead.
played.
Yep.
I played Gears 5. I played Halo Infinite
Oh,
new season. I got to start streaming that again.
I like the new season.
It's cool. It's cool. I mean,
is it everything you've ever dreamed of?
no, not yet. I mean, there's a couple of new maps, but I'd rather play like a team based
Co-op.
Game.
Man.
So the game's not complete.
No, the game's
The
complete.
game's not complete.
Nah, like the new I guess event that they have. It's last part in standing, so you're playing by yourself, but it's more fun if you're playing.
Yeah.
If you're playing team like
Hey,
big team battle.
I heard it's pretty
Team
half
Slayer.
baked.
Halo's getting a lot of flack, I hear.
It's getting a lot of flack, and it's earned because
The game's not complete.
they should give us more maps. They should have
Waited.
multiplayer should have been done.
Yeah.
But
It should have came out in November.
That's a big time.
but don't get me wrong, like I still have fun with the game. I absolutely have fun with the game when I play it. The campaign is dope, and playing multiplayer is always fire, but
Gameplay smooth.
it's
Gameplay
like,
is very
dude,
smooth.
give us more maps. Like, what are you waiting for? I mean,
A lot of people want the Forge.
yeah. It needs the Forge. It needs co-op campaign, and
They want people to take over.
yeah,
Because it doesn't
yeah.
take it too long. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. And I played some more side missions in Horizon. I beat a side mission boss. Like,
So you went back in?
boss is savage.
Hmm.
After you beat, you went back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That game is just dope.
And there's just a hidden boss you missed?
yeah, this is a boss that you absolutely don't have to fight. But I fought the boss and it was a fun fight.
Okay. Still waiting to play that, man. I'm kind of
Halo.
Halo. No.
No, Horizon. And
Horizon.
for Smash Friday, played Smash Brothers Ultimate.
You did not.
I did. Yo, kiss my ass. Shut
I
up.
hate Mrs.
Wait,
Smash
I
Brothers.
remember tuning in like just at the beginning a little bit. I thought you won a match.
I won a match and I was about to end the stream.
But I was like, I'm gonna shut that shit off.
I was like, yo, I should end the stream right now. But it was like literally 15
Who
minutes
did
into
you
the
Who
stream.
did you kill?
It was against Dan and Steve.
Really, you killed them both?
I mean, not really Steve, but you know,
You came in there, got the
I-
victory.
yeah,
That's all that matters.
I
Got the W.
I was a scumbag.
Did they raise your hand at the end? That's a victory, sir.
No, it was a victory.
Was that your only one?
Hell yeah.
Really?
The
Paul,
rest
who
of it-
showed up? Who showed up? I didn't get a chance.
The usual suspects.
usual-
It
The
was
usual
Dan-
three, right? Usual
yeah,
three.
it was-
Dan.
it was
I love
Dan,
fighting those guys.
It
That
was
really dope.
Ryugan and it was Steve's.
Steve.
Yeah, what the hell
Steve.
is his
Slap.
name?
Slap
Steve.
something. Slap.
Hyper Slap.
Hyper slap.
Hyper slap.
Yeah, so it was the usual suspects, and of course,
It was
like
Donkey Kong and Samus.
yeah, no, but he won. He took some games off for Ryugan, so
Oh, good.
Who?
Steve
Donkey
Steve
Kong.
took some.
Hyper Slap.
They were going at it, man.
Yeah,
They had some showdowns.
They had some really good fights, and I was spectating for most of them. But it's all right.
Nah, man. I'm getting the next Smash Friday. Forget that, man.
I
You
think,
say that
I think
now.
you said
You
that
say that
last
now.
time.
Yeah.
You said that like every
you said
I
it.
couldn't help
Every
it.
month. Every
Mother's,
month.
Mother's Day. Why is there always
Mother's Day
like-
was on Sunday. That was Friday.
Doesn't matter. I had to go up on Friday. It's upstate, man.
Okay.
I had to go up. I tried
I'm
to.
just saying.
I wasn't in my hotel until like 11 o'clock p.m.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I played.
Yo, he just gave out like unnecessary information.
Doc.
You all right?
That
What
was
did
it.
you play?
we already got-
I'm just taking on turbos.
It's like we already got hacked. So
You know Turbo is not over. So don't wipe it out. Wipe it out.
They ain't trying to show up here. Trust me, they don't
Yeah.
want this smoke. Son.
What did I play? I played a bunch of stuff today actually, because I didn't know what to play anymore. So I played Streets of Rage 4. Played a little bit of the survival. Got my ass whooped. Real good, real good. On the
One day I'm gonna pass 7.
level 10 got me 3 times in a row. Level 10 got me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
First stage of the
Actually,
whole.
no, actually, with Blaze I got to like 14, but
With Axel, I think
Johnny
I got to,
Blaze.
like level 21. It
Oh,
was
really?
rough though.
I got
Damn.
way further than I do now. Like now I just get my ass whooped.
they probably up the difficulty.
I think they changed some shit. I'm telling you, their timing. Like I'll throw a knife, they'll sidestep it. I just stand there. I'm like, wait, they didn't do that shit before. I played Wizards of Legend. I busted that out for. I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
And they have an update. With
Do they?
they always have updates in that fucking
Another
game.
update
Dude, there's so much.
on top of the update.
Dude, there's so much shit in that game.
We
It's
updated the update.
insane. They always
They
add
added more
spells, more spells, more relics. They added the lightning dude and the wind person. Mad cloaks. I got to like I didn't even get to the second boss. I got waxed before that. But no, they got some dope shit. So I was like, oh, all right.
It's harder now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they got like the henchmen have like different they have more techniques and shit and they're quicker. I hate that shit. Like you're fighting one person and someone appears under you. Like where'd this fucking person come from?
The depths of hell.
Yeah. But game is still dope. That's probably one of the few roguelikes that I'm actually very
It
happy
is good.
about. It's
It
so
is-
good.
It is really good.
And I decided to play the demo for Triangle Strategy.
Finally.
I played an hour and probably like 20 minutes into it. Gotta admit, I'm starting to kind of get into it. Definitely into it. I did. I liked the little first battle that they had. I don't mind all the talking at the moment because I know they're setting the stage.
I liked it.
They're setting
Yeah.
the stage for shit and learning the characters.
You gotta learn the character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's funny because I think it happened twice already in the game where your decisions affect shit later on.
Really?
It gives me
Already?
It gives me anxiety every time.
Yeah.
Every time they give me 3
Yeah.
choices, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to make a decision right now.
Yeah.
Why you have wait? I don't know what to do right now.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck. Choice 3. I don't know. Fuck. Whatever. They asked me twice already. I'm like, God
Dude,
damn
I
it.
stare at the screen like
Yeah.
for a good hot 5 minutes. Like, damn, man.
I
Good
don't
thing there's no timer.
I don't like shit like that. But playing it, I was like,
That's hilarious.
I'm kind of messing with. I like it. I do enjoy it. And I can't wait to the end of chapter 3 because then I'll make my decision. Will I spend that money?
Oh God.
Don't sweat most of the decisions that you make, and it's like it's either morality, utility, or freedom, and those determine the characters you're gonna get during your playthrough. Yeah, so it's just like I pick the one that I'm most aligned with, and then the second time around I pick some different choices just so I can get the remaining characters, whatever like that. But there are some choices where it's just like, wow, are you gonna give this person up? Or you're gonna fight this dude. It's like you'll have.
I don't like
decisions
that.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that at all. I hate decisions like that.
Are you gonna
stresses me out.
defend these people? Or are you gonna do this? It's
That
like
stresses me out.
there are
too,
some
man.
tough decisions to make.
Amoxicillin said that you damn near became a widow from Triangle Strategy. Her husband was gone. In capital letters, G-O-N-E, gone.
Was gone.
Damn.
It's that type
It'll
of
take
game.
your time, man.
No, I'm not even lying. Like
It is that type
I
of
see
game.
there's certain little elements like I like the walking around town type shit, being
Yeah,
able
you
to
find
talk to
stuff.
somebody.
Yep.
Like that reminds me of Shining Force 3.
Yeah.
And like there's like everyone has techniques. There's also promotions I didn't know about.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, there's promotions.
Yep.
Oh,
It changes their look, or
yeah,
Yeah,
change the
it
look,
does.
yeah.
Change
That,
the
that,
look.
that,
No,
you,
you-
that's
you
huge
love
for me. That is huge.
Look,
just
techniques,
buy the game.
and then upgradable skills. Yeah.
$65.
it's an actual game.
I have the copy.
All right, but you
Buy the game.
But that doesn't help me because you're. How's it? What am I gonna do with that? You have to play it first.
I gotta play it. I'm actually currently
Al ain't
playing
playing.
it.
He ain't playing right now.
You got a hard copy of that or digital?
Hard copy.
Oh snap!
Hard.
Yeah, so he could lend it to you after
Oh.
he's done, but just
Oh.
pay the $6. It's worth the money.
I'm not addressing that either. I'm not addressing that, Jay. You could mumble that all you want.
That's why I ignored it.
Yeah,
I ignored it.
Amoxicillin said Octopath Traveler got him hard, but he went real hard with Triangle.
I'm gonna go back into
All these shapes.
I'm gonna go back
Yeah, right?
into
well, it's
Octopath.
the same. Is it the same developer?
I think so. Yeah.
'Cause that graphic style is so.
It's definitely the publisher. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're the exact same developer, but it's still Square Enix.
Same
and,
style, though.
Same style.
I like it.
Queenix.
And I got that final boss to beat in Octopath. It's the special but real boss, but you have to beat 8 prior bosses in a row without saving.
fuck that.
But you don't understand. You're so no. You're so powerful that you don't have a problem with the 8 bosses. Really, you're gonna run through them, but it's
steamroll.
just you roll through them. But it's still a process. I wish I could just why don't you just give me the end boss right now? Why I got
That's like the
fight
premium.
these
Nah,
has-beens.
you gotta run the gauntlet.
That's the premium disc in Shining Force 3. You just run
It's
through all
like-
the bosses.
It's kind of like that.
Like
Yeah.
the beginning bosses aren't tough, but as it goes further, it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
They
all
get
right.
a little tougher, and then you fight the last boss, who's I'm telling you, he was inspired by Kefka in Final Fantasy VI.
It's like in the Tower of Babel. At Final Fantasy 2.
All right.
Well, why did he say it like that? He said,
I remember that.
Babel.
he was thinking about that for a minute too.
No, I don't want to do a spoiler. I know where they go after that.
But if I'm going to say at this point in time, is it headed in the direction of me actually buying the game? I would probably say yes.
You got 2 more battles.
You know,
to
wait
choose.
for a coupon.
Word? Is that y'all take that?
I
10%?
don't
Use
know.
your Nintendo points.
I only got $5. Man.
Do
Buy the
Square
game,
Enix
bro.
games go on sale? I
No.
don't think I've.
Negative.
No.
That is
Bamco.
that game will not drop.
Bamco and Capcom go on sale all the time.
That game will not.
Namco will give you that damn game. You're like, hey,
Please
okay.
take it.
There you go.
That
Dragon
game.
Ball Fighter Z was like $12 when I bought it. Man, swear it's like
Namco Bandai. will
That
give
shit
you
was $9 when I bought it.
really. It's like no,
$5.
it's they go on. That game is it's
Unless
worth
it's a
the full
Souls game.
price.
Tekken 7
Unless
and
it's
the
Souls.
first
Souls- No, you're right. Though.
not going on sale.
Tekken 7 with the first couple of rounds of DLC was like $20 for me. It was on
Oh yeah, Tekken 7's
Tekken
yeah,
7.
super
Game
cheap.
Pass.
They
I
got it
was
for
like-
$9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
and I got DOA 6 for $20 also.
the
Got
one
that for
complaint I do have though, some of the voice acting
Oh God, here he goes.
Dude, the main character sounds like a dickhead.
It probably is.
He sounds like.
Put it on your
You have
choices.
to admit, he sounds like a
Sarah, no,
dickhead.
a
Did
little
you
bit.
voice him? No.
Yes,
Oh,
It's based on your choices.
I'm gonna get up out
based on your choice.
Make dickhead choices. You're gonna be a dickhead.
No, his acting's a little funny. Yeah, he does
Like the way some of the lines are read, I'm like, oh, that was hard. Like real. Just let me just get through this line real quick, type shit.
Oh.
Like that guy Benedict, he's like a tired ass narrator.
yes.
Almost
Oh,
like
yeah.
he just reads everything just like plainly. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
He's not bad though, but he is a narrator type.
You can't
person.
change the voice acting.
I like
Japanese.
Frederica. She's got a good voice.
she's all right. She's all right.
good.
A little boring, but she's all right. No, she's a little boring.
I like Roland. Roland is cool.
Roland, yeah, he's not bad. Nah, he's not bad.
Yeah, Roland is decent.
And Edor, is that the guy?
Eridor.
Eridor, yeah, he's not
Shit, I
bad.
forgot
He's
all
good.
those names.
Yeah.
I would
don't
never
know him because I just
I know. I
I will
I'm like,
forget them.
damn.
Anna's good too. Anna's good.
Oh, yeah, I
And
got-
she's awesome. She's an assassin.
Yeah.
She hits twice. She's awesome.
Yes.
I
That I
I
remember.
just got her.
One of my
Just-
favorite characters. Awesome.
She's cool.
Yeah.
But I'll dabble some more.
Chat. There's no way I'm playing DOA online ever.
Nah, I played online, man. It wasn't that bad. I think the first person I fought was a complete savage beast mode. He was like,
6 years old.
probably. Whoever it was, they beat my ass. And they were like, oh, what? No rematch? I was like, no.
Hell no.
Like, I gotta go back to school. Hold on.
But yeah, he's like, hold on, I got to log in for my online class now.
The bell rang. I
Teacher's
gotta...
coming.
But that short that I posted on TikTok, that was
Oh, the comeback.
That was
That was
Oh
pretty
yeah.
dope.
That
That was pretty dope.
and I hit him with the go to sleep. I was like, yo, that has to be a clip. By the way, guys, share this stream with your people. Share the stream on Twitter, everywhere. Just share it.
Yeah, everybody watching, tell someone else to share it.
Yeah, seriously.
And now we're still around. We're still around.
Yeah.
No, Bizarre is funny. You said DOA has is online instead. I guess it was DOA.
So
That's not what he said.
What time is it?
Are you playing anything else, man?
That's it, man.
That's it.
That's it. We can move on.
So you know what it's time for?
It is time for Jay to get the phone out. Okay,
hold
there
on,
we
hold
go.
on.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold on,
There we
hold
go.
on.
See, look at him fiddle around.
Already.
It is time for the news.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
like that, right?
All right.
Got a little cha-cha-cha-cha.
It's the news, y'all.
Ninja Gaiden.
Nope.
And
The
yes.
news,
No, no.
y'all. Not news your guy.
That was the melody that I did to you.
No, you didn't.
That was Ninja Gaiden.
No, you did not.
Whatever he did.
In your head.
It was not.
We sometimes get emails that just like, yo,
you
what
stop-
is Turbo?
Can you
doing?
stop?
I had to
So
Gotham Knights gameplay demo reveals new combat, activity, and other details. Not for players. Which was a rumor
Oh,
for a whole
yeah,
day.
that was literally
It
24
was?
hours.
It was
Yeah.
rumor for
It was rumored for a good
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna make it 4-player. It would have
No.
been nice, but I think 2-player was pushing it.
Based on some of the footage they showed, they kind of suggested that it would be 4, but they later acknowledged that it's 2 players, which is still better than 1.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know,
Could you imagine 4?
I
man.
can't
Bruh.
really.
They could.
I can't really.
Bruh.
I could.
Avengers is 4.
Online.
Yeah,
exactly.
yo, imagine.
Exactly.
It would be so fire.
Exactly. That's if you could
It
do it
would
with
be
Avengers,
so
why can't you do it with that, man?
Well, look how well Avengers turned out.
Mm.
We
No,
enjoyed
that
it.
was
We
that was,
enjoyed it, though. We
nah,
enjoyed
that
No, no, don't get me wrong. I love Avengers, but
Well, it cost them, they sold the entire, they sold
Yeah.
everything, 300 million. So, yeah, they lost 200 million and made 300 million.
Minion.
Yeah, it didn't do well for them. But did you expect a 13-minute gameplay demo for Gotham Knights? They came out of nowhere, basically.
from out of nowhere.
Yeah, Randy Orton. But I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it at all because they mentioned the name, and I'm like, all right, whenever it comes out, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I'm anticipating it.
It got delayed
But-
already, so it's like.
It did get delayed, so I was like, all right, I'm not
Delayed
expecting
till-
to see anything.
Till next year, right?
Yeah, was it October?
Mm-hmm.
It's in here somewhere, but we'll get to it.
Sorry.
But
There goes.
the footage that they showed, what did you think of it? What did you think about it?
I didn't watch it.
So, the footage that they showed, what did you think about it?
You know what the funny thing is?
I didn't watch
The
it
other
either.
day I was supposed to watch it, and I completely forgot.
Dude,
I'm actually looking at it right now. I'm not even lying, dude.
Bro.
I'm looking at it right now.
I liked it. Okay.
saw-
They
someone
show-
saw it.
yes,
I mean, when we got the
Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay, yes, I thought it looked really, really cool.
People were griping about how thick Robin was. He's a big deal dude, and you know his character is drawn not as wide, but you know that's just people griping. That's just okay. It's not exactly what people were expecting. But I was shocked. I was shocked because the gameplay looks. I don't remember if Arkham played this way, but you know I played a good amount of Arkham, but I don't remember it being as slow as the fighting is in this. It seems more deliberate and like heavy in this game. It's based on the characters they showed. They didn't show everybody.
Yeah.
But like Red Hood, he had his guns. It reminded me of kind of like a mix between Avengers and Batman for some reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll get used to the speed and how deliberate things are in the game, but I was used to sliding around. They didn't show him fighting a lot of people at the same time,
Well,
which could be by.
as I'm watching here,
Yeah.
he is sliding back and forth.
But they didn't have a lot of people to go through.
It was
I mean,
just-
at least,
it
and
was
they
like
had a
two
lot of
people.
footage.
It was two people.
Yeah.
It might have been on easy mode.
But yeah,
Just right up your alley. It's right up your alley, man.
Hey, listen,
Full circle. That's full circle, y'all.
enjoy the show, y'all.
No, from what I'm seeing, it looks fucking incredible.
It reminded me more of a bit of Avengers, though. It seemed like it seemed like a mix of like a DC and Marvel, like Avengers as Batman's gameplay. It kind of reminded me of that. But they said that they had some stuff in it, but it's not exactly going to be as grindy as Avengers. But it does have stats
And
upgrades
hit points and stuff.
and weird like armor. I just hope it doesn't get to the level of like needing certain things to get to certain levels and stuff like that. I know they're not doing it like a live service, so that's a good thing.
That's great.
Yeah, so I
That's
think
big.
that's when it'll do much better. But I'm
Yeah.
glad that it's 2 players. I want to see how it works out. They show some multiple like some moves that you can do together
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know if maybe that's why they might have slowed it down a little bit to get people in sync playing 2 players. But hopefully that Batgirl and stuff is faster.
I would
and
think
Nightwing.
that Batgirl and Robin would be faster. Well, if you go by Batman Rise of Sin Tzu, they were the faster characters than they were
Oh,
Batman
wow.
and Nightwing.
Yeah, he's like
Dude.
scrolling through like the different the Nightwing costumes and the different Red Hood costumes. That's fucking fire because all of them are gonna have some sick ass costumes.
I like that costume.
Well, the
I
game's
wasn't-
going to be a lot deeper.
I wasn't crazy about Robin's original costume for this game, but I know they have the dope ones in there,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to see. But
Let's wait for Batman.
But it's Tim Drake. It's not Damian Wayne, right?
Damien.
Well, on the
no,
Robin,
yeah, it's Tim Drake. Yeah, ain't gonna be no Damien.
I thought it was Jason Todd. Because of the name. Nah, I don't know.
That's Red Hood,
That's Red Hood.
bro.
No, man. I'm talking about Robin.
Wow.
Excuse me. Let me step back.
But the cool thing
Wow.
is,
was
actually,
Robin.
let me see if I can go back to it. There, you know, how, like Batman glides and shit.
Yeah.
So they have Nightwing like gliding on some like hand glider. It's like,
It's like
a.
a
like
jet
Breath of the
propelled.
Wild.
It's a
Yeah.
jet propelled
Yeah.
glider.
Let
You
me
can
see where
fly
it is.
basically.
Okay.
Let me see where it is.
And
And they have
Red
a
Hood
j-
has a motorcycle.
There's a motorcycle you can get on, and there's a jet, like a, I forget what they call it. It was a weird name. It was not the best name.
The Bat Chopper.
Yeah, something like that. It's like some bat
The
thing.
Bat Jet.
Interesting.
It was like the something wing. It was not a good name, but you can fly around in that.
The
also.
Nightwing.
No, no, not the Nightwing.
The Nightwing.
Nah, it looks cool.
I like it.
It looks cool.
Looks very fucking dope.
It looks like the Green Goblin's fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does look
yeah.
like his
glider or whatever.
Without the mask, anything Green
Right.
Goblin without the mask is cool.
Yeah.
That looks dope. I like it.
But I'm anticipating it. It's cool that they showed that amount. I'm pretty sure they didn't show everything at all.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But I'm anxious to see exactly how much you can do in the game.
I think I think I made a prediction about Gotham Knights, and I don't know if it came, I think it didn't happen now because it got delayed till next year. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
they
that's another
delayed
one
the other game.
Suicide
Further than
Squad
that.
against the.
I think
Justice
that's
League.
later. Yeah,
That got delayed also.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. I think that's supposed to be 4, right?
I think so. I
That's
think
4
that
players.
is 4 players.
That's 4
Okay,
players.
okay. And this is open world.
I'm excited
also.
for that.
That's the thing that throws me off, though. I hope the open world is like it doesn't like drain you. I hope you can get to where you want to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how they probably have it like Spider-Man, kind of
Spider-Man.
Probably.
Hopefully.
like when you can go to parts that are getting robbed. Or,
And
like,
yeah, you'll just
buildings.
run into Like,
It just stuff happening
and
everywhere.
you'll get
Hopefully.
sidetracked on the way to whatever
Right.
mission you're supposed
If they can
to
make
go
the
Yep.
sidetrack
All
and be
time.
fun, yeah, that'll be dope.
to. Yeah.
That'll be dope.
I think I read something where they said like they were doing. I think throughout this that gameplay with Red Hood and Nightwing, that there was one point where both players were solving or like stopping crimes, different crimes, at the
Different
same
crimes,
time.
really?
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Interesting.
I mean, I knew I was gonna buy the game when I saw the first trailer.
yeah, it's like that's an easy day one purchase.
And that gameplay, I think they showed gameplay with Batgirl and Robin.
yes,
Earlier.
they did.
Yeah, like last year. I was like, yeah, I'm buying this.
Oh my God.
And that's dated footage, which is
Yep.
crazy, and that looks so dope. Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought of this. Remember Alicia Silverstone when she was back row? And
Yeah, the
Nope,
best, the best
article.
Batgirl.
The article.
Damn, yo, that's
the
mad
best
disrespectful.
Remember that article, man? That was mad.
What
it was mad
article?
foul. It said "fat girl."
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh, that was
Yeah, that
terrible.
Remember
was
that,
rude.
man?
That was rude.
Yo,
That was rude as hell.
foul.
terrible.
The outfits
And I'm
are
like,
tight.
she wasn't even that.
No, she
Yeah.
wasn't.
Like,
No,
she
she wasn't fat.
She wasn't fat.
Oh, what? She's not a stick.
And,
Right.
And,
call
you
her
know what's
fat?
crazy? I bet you the person that wrote that article
Yeah.
probably ain't in the best of shape. Just saying.
I
Probably
unfortunately
not.
never saw that movie. I don't know if it's unfortunately, but I never.
Yeah.
saw that
Honestly,
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw
it's one of those movies
Unfortunately.
that's so bad.
Unfortunately.
It's mildly entertaining.
movie. Is that the second one? Not the Mr. Freeze one?
No, that's the fourth
Nah.
one. That
Well,
is
I mean the
Mr.
bad,
Freeze
the
one.
second bad one.
that. That was Clooney, dude.
Yeah.
That was Clooney.
The bat card, man.
but it's the fourth though.
It's the fourth one.
It is the fourth. Okay, which is the second Batman, not Batman Returns. It's the one and then
No, that's the third Batman.
yeah. Third and fourth is horrible. So the
Yeah.
second Batman.
Batman Forever, then Batman Robin.
Never seen Batman Robin to this day.
The Joel Schumacher Batmans.
You should watch it
Yeah.
tonight.
No, you should. You should watch,
Watch it.
They're
You should.
they're
should
pretty
watch it.
funny.
No, man.
No, you
No, no,
should.
watch it,
Just
bro.
do it.
They're pretty
Please.
funny.
You need to know.
That
I
was
need,
with
I need your opinion on that.
that was with the
Yeah.
Riddler and Two Face, right?
No,
No, that's Forever.
That's
Batman
Mr. Freeze?
Forever. That's
The fourth one is Mr. Freeze.
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze,
Freeze,
and
Poison
Ivy.
Ivy.
Dude, I saw
Bane.
one scene. I saw the one scene where they flew through the air and some shit.
Dude,
Dude, you
I
Oh no
can't
no
watch
you,
that.
no 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 no! You're in for a
Please
treat.
You gotta watch it.
You're
I
no,
can't
please.
do it.
You
You're
have
in
to
for a
do it.
treat.
Dude, no, you gotta watch
have
it.
to
You're in
watch
for a
Gotta watch
treat.
it.
You gotta do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor.
We'll see. Next
Well,
show,
you have
next
to
show, I'll
watch
let
it.
you know if I saw it. Next show, I'll let you know if I saw it. It's so bad.
Dude, just do it, please.
But back to this show. Back to the show. Back to this game. Gotham Knights. So I'm hoping. Listen, I saw the gunplay where it was. It almost reminded me of
Devil May Cry.
no Guardians.
Guardians
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
It kind of some of the shooting when he was going from each person to person looked almost like a role playing game. So I was like, yo, what is happening here? So I'm anxious to play. I want to see how it plays because just from that, I want to see more.
Yeah.
I want to see more.
Do you think Batman is a seat character?
Probably.
Everyone thinks
probably.
I'm in it.
Everyone knows.
Why wouldn't it be though?
First of all, he's gonna be the boss like around mid to almost late game.
He could be a zombie though.
He'll be the boss like either halfway through the game or 3/4 of the way through the game, and then you'll be able to use him towards the end.
Wow.
I don't know, man. They might
Victor
stick
Lucas.
to that. They might stick to it and be like, nah, he's not in this.
Vic Lucas thought that
Lies.
Batman's probably going to be in it in some way.
They're,
Well,
they're
well,
holding
the-
on to it. They're like, he's dead in this game. He's not in it.
Okay.
So they're holding
Just
on
like
to
the Joker, right?
Okay.
Remember when the Joker wasn't in the game?
Okay.
Remember when the Joker was dead?
Okay. Yeah.
it. Well, he was, though.
I know he was a ghost.
He was a
Whatever. He was in the
hallucination.
game, damn it. He was in the game more than anything.
Yeah, for real, right?
The spirit.
What are you talking about, Harley?
All right, so
Oh,
if you guys are excited about Gotham Knights and are going to pick this up and are happy there's 2 players, let us know in the comments. If you're not, let us know in the comments also. You're anxious to know.
Talk to us, please. Let me stop.
And don't forget,
Share this stream with your friends, please. Please share it.
listen, that's a given. That's a given, man.
Yeah,
Listen, y'all enjoy the show.
we're still here.
Tell other people to enjoy the show because I'm sure they will.
Tell
They just
the
gotta know.
people.
They just gotta know.
Just gotta find us.
Yeah, man.
That's all.
Hit that subscribe button.
Did you guys know we're streaming on Twitch?
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Well,
Exactly.
wait, we're on Twitch.
Yeah.
What?
We could
We
be
are?
on YouTube, but stuff happened.
Damn.
So hopefully
yeah.
soon. Hopefully we'll be back on YouTube soon. And we got some stuff coming. So we'll let you know. All right. So second news. EA gets back into Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah.
Yay, applause. But then
No.
let me tell you what it's about. So Electronic Arts is getting back in the business of Lord of the Rings video games, announcing partnership today with Middle Earth Enterprises for a new mobile title. Are you excited for the mobile title?
Fuck 'em.
Mobile.
Next news.
I'm going to go to the next news because there's not really much to talk about here because
Nah.
it's mobile.
It's
And
mobile,
It's a role-playing game. It offers a strategic, social, competitive experience, and it's probably gonna have a lot of gotcha modes to get that money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that money.
So yeah, they said high fidelity graphics, cinematic animations, and stylized arts that'll feature fan favorite Lord of the Rings and Hobbit characters. EA said we are going to rob. No, they didn't say that. They said though none were named outright. There's a lot of characters. I don't know if they're gonna be from the movie or if they're going a different way because of the TV show that's gonna be on soon.
Legolas.
So I mean, listen, there's gonna be a whole new era of Lord of the Rings. Hopefully, I mean they have the other game with
Schmeagle.
Spiegel, yes. The Hobbits. No, the Spiegel. They have that coming out soon, which is going to be what? It's going to be like puzzle based. They
I
say
think it's stealth.
it's stealth, right?
I think so.
Okay. And they also have currently going still the online game that they have,
Tate is precious.
Lord of the Rings Online, which is still doing phenomenally for them. So, I'm not interested in the mobile game at all.
No.
Neither am I.
No, thank you.
Let us know.
Yeah.
I would have been interested in the remake of the Two Towers that came out for the Xbox, the original
Two
Xbox.
Towers of Return of the
Oh,
King were
yeah.
pretty dope.
They were
Return
very
of the
dope.
King was co-op. Do you
And it
remember
was
that?
co-op.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was sick. But
Those were cool.
They were very good.
That was EA also.
If they did those over, yeah, then we got something to talk about. Mobile bullshit, ain't no one give a shit. about.
Or a
Fuck that.
sequel to the Mordor series.
There's a possibility. Listen,
Yeah.
with the show coming out, there's a possibility that there are titles that are going to be based on the show that could be kind of like Two Towers and Return of the King because it's the same story they're telling.
Mm.
So there's a chance for a new generation because those came out in the early 2000s. There's kids who weren't even born who know nothing about Lord of the Rings who are waiting for something like that now.
Mhm.
So it's a chance, but this is not the one.
And then add the Nemesis system in.
This-
Added-
Amoxicillin said that she didn't spend all this money on this PC to play on my damn phone.
Yeah, for real.
You
Got
can
that.
also use an emulator to play it on your PC.
Yeah, true.
So
Listen,
so much to do.
They said there's
Nice
gonna
to play
be
it.
graphics, highly stylized graphics.
Phones are expensive. Let me stop. Now.
Phones are more expensive than computers. These are the computers. now.
You know how many like mobile announcements that always get people so fucking upset?
What's
Like,
messed
it's just
up?
like-
It's
like
like $1,000.
The Contra announcement. Remember Contra?
Well, it's
Remember
it's
that?
what they do to the game. It's,
It's-
not because it's mobile. It's because of what a mobile game
The
actually is.
Castlevania game that was 2-player co-op.
Didn't they make a Puzzle Fighter game for mobile?
Puzzle fighter
Yeah,
game with
yeah,
Mega
that-
Man
that
X in it.
taken off.
Canceled
I think I thought it was out for a second. No,
Might have been
like
for
it
a
might have
day.
came out
They
in
took it
Canada or
down.
something.
Shining Force got canceled, I think, right?
Shining Force.
Did it?
I could have sworn the new one that's
thought-
supposed to go. I could have sworn Chase Red said it got canceled or some shit.
I didn't hear anything about it.
Castlevania mobile game.
If it was anything like a regular game, it probably got canceled.
Yeah.
if they couldn't figure out how to get millions from it,
Yeah, exactly.
probably got canceled.
Yeah.
I would say it moved to Game Gear. Nah.
Damn.
Now, any beloved game franchise that gets transferred over to mobile, it's like it's a cheapened version of it.
You didn't
It's
like
not-
Sonic 4?
Huh?
You didn't like Sonic 4?
On mobile or on?
It's on mobile.
It's on mobile.
It's on mobile. It counts as a mobile game. It sucks.
Wow.
Amoxicillin said you can highly stylize not seeing my money.
I hope.
Yeah,
I hope nobody. Listen,
How about that?
I'm probably never gonna even know what that game looks like. To be honest,
What? Which
Nah.
one?
the Lord of the Rings game. they got.
I will
game
never
we're talking
see it.
about.
I will never see it.
But I mean, people are excited. I mean, EA. I mean, I guess they've been doing some things right because people are excited about EA working with them again. Imagine, like, a lot of people still hate EA. They haven't been doing bad,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't get behind them on a mobile game though.
No.
Nah, man.
After that.
It's
After
not-
that.
it's not a good move.
No, thank you, sir.
But they're gonna be iconic. Listen, I'm just going by what it says.
They were hyping it up in the article. man.
There's
The
nothing
great
iconic
evils of Middle Earth.
No.
They said in their announcement, it's gonna be crazy. Beta
No.
test coming soon this summer.
Nope.
Check it out for free, and then
Yes.
give us $1 an hour.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
No, thanks. I'm good.
1,000-hour
And then
game.
stop you from playing, and then it's like, oh, you can continue playing tomorrow.
If I get excited, listen. If the TV show comes out and I'm super hyped, I might just have to play this on the train sometime.
Ugh,
No, I'm sorry, guys.
sorry, man.
I'm gonna watch the show. I'm gonna see what it's about.
Try again.
September 2nd, y'all. Prime Video.
Mhm.
Hype up the show, not the game. But
Damn.
Hype up the show, not
Support the show, not the game.
I'm
Mobile.
anxious. No, listen. I want to know what you guys think of a mobile Lord of the Rings. Let me know if you guys want to play that
A mobile.
in the comments. All right, and This is interesting. I've
Ooh.
heard. Listen.
Oh,
Can't afford an Xbox Series X. Can't find a Series X. You won't need one when the Xbox streaming stick launches. Or if you have a Samsung TV, it's just gonna be in the TV.
Oh,
That's
for real?
interesting. Yeah.
It's gonna be built in.
It's gonna be an app, maybe.
Oh shit.
We don't know for sure, but you could be streaming Xbox Game Pass within the next 12 months.
crazy.
They're gonna have a Game Pass app.
Well, I mean, listen, that's where people were saying the game industry was going when they said
Mhm.
it was streamable. They said they're not going to need a console. You're going to play from the cloud. It's going to look amazing because you don't need a system because it's on their servers in-house.
Right.
If it runs correctly, it was always a time thing. When the timing is right, they may be able to move to it. Like, not for every game that requires like Twitch controls and where you have to dodge and be like split second.
Mhm.
Maybe not so much right now, but
Mhm.
other games where you don't need that, like, role playing games
yeah.
where you can wait and use your turn, strategy games, stuff like that.
Certain platformers work too.
Up to a point, yeah. You don't have to be on point like that, or they can just finally figure out how to do it without such bad lag. When they figure that out, then consoles are a thing of the past. No, it's still gonna they're still gonna want the money for consoles. They're still gonna offer a console, but when this gets to a point where you don't need that and
We'll
all
be
the
dead.
games on there.
Yeah.
Other companies, listen, Xbox will be the first one to do it because xCloud is pretty good.
Yeah.
And what was the other one by Google? Stadia.
Stadia.
That was it's very well done if you
Mhm.
use it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's still a good thing. Like as far as lag is concerned,
Mhm.
those two were the standouts, and that was a couple of months ago. Now it's gonna get better and better and better and better.
Have you used the Game Pass cloud gaming
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
I've actually done it. On
I was
quite a few.
playing. I was
I
playing
sampled
near.
too.
I was playing near Automata on my phone a couple
really?
times. It was not bad. I can still do it.
Jeez.
I tried
That's
Origami
nice.
2 for a little bit, and I was surprised how good it was running.
It's
Yeah,
playable.
same.
It's
I
playable.
was at my job, and I tested it out on my phone. I was just like this, hitting the buttons on the screen. I was just like, "Wow,
It's pretty
I
good.
Can't believe I'm like I'm
Through
playing-
Wi-Fi too, right? It's
Yeah.
like I was
It's not
shocked,
something
too.
I would want to do,
Right,
honestly,
right,
but
right.
it's not bad. It's not as bad as I would have imagined.
Yeah, it
Especially
was.
if you're playing with a controller. I mean, yes, that's fine. Especially if you don't have the money for a
Mhm.
console that's $500 some dollars,
Right.
$800. It could be $1,000.
It's a cool alternative if you just Microsoft is like, if you can't buy a console, we still want your money.
Just be a member. We don't
Yeah.
care about you buying a console. Be a member. How do we get the console? By being a member. They basically could have gave us the console,
For real.
but no, they said you still got to buy it. But
We want that money.
Yeah.
But I mean, they said that about 2 years ago, they said they were gonna maybe do a streaming service based on a streaming stick or like a Chromecast or such, something like that. You stick into the HDMI, play the controller, and you go Ethernet online. Not wireless yet. No. But
Mhm.
I did. I said I tried near wireless. This is on the phone with 5G, and it was working. I got up to the first boss and got killed, but you did that on the home console.
I was getting killed for like an hour and change
So I was surprised I got that far.
for no reason.
But I mean, listen, it's a solid thing they want to try. So Game Pass is
Pretty cool.
Pretty
it
good.
is, and it's just growing.
Yeah,
It's
works.
just growing. So they said it got first revealed during E3 in 2021, and I barely remember an E3 in
I know,
2021.
right?
So if any announcement that they had there, it really went over my head. But yeah, I mean, listen, if you don't have the Series S is $300. It's super cheap for, based on what they're charging for the bigger systems like the X being 500.
Mm.
But if you don't have anything, if you're a young kid, a family who can't afford that at all, and the kids is like, my friends all have it, I can't
Get
play.
an NES Mini.
Yeah.
And get an NES Mini. If the streaming stick, listen, it's going to be cheaper than the system. If it is indeed real, I would think that would probably be $100 to $120, maybe with a controller,
Mhm.
as a bundle.
Hmm.
I could see that happening. Definitely cheaper than the systems, and that means what to the gaming industry? Like another half of the freaking population to be able to get this thing, because you know how many people wait till a system is $99 or under
Yeah.
in order to get a system. And they're like, nah, I'm holding on to my PS2, man. I'm just playing this right now.
That's how I am with video games.
It also
Exactly.
makes sense also to do that with just the app, just releasing the app itself and having it, like you said, with partnering with the TV.
Yeah.
Like if it's integrated in your TV, you know.
Imagine how much Samsung is paying them to be exclusive. They're
Yeah.
making so much money for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can just have it be on your TV right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
You don't even have to want to play. Like, let me try it.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
try
like
it.
an incentive
Pretty
to
cool.
buy the TV.
If you didn't have the system, I already got the system. Listen,
They're like,
care.
try
I'm never
leaving
gonna
your
play this.
room.
I'm probably never gonna play
I'm
it.
not gonna. Yeah, it's useless for those who already have a freaking
Right.
system.
But if you were traveling somewhere, you go to someone's house, you're like,
No,
boring
that's
as hell.
kind of cool actually. Yeah,
boring.
yeah,
It's-
traveling.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you sign
because,
in and you have all your games and
Yeah.
everything, your whole library.
like people who like fly across country to play games professionally, like
Oh, you ain't playing professionally on that though.
I mean, but I
Hotel
mean,
Wi-Fi. Hold on.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
but-
Sign in as a guest.
but
shit.
think of it this
On an
way:
airplane.
say you bring your own Wi-Fi booster or whatever, just
Yeah, yeah.
boost.
I got
Like you can get a full game and with minimum equipment.
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like you can play your fighting games, you
Dude.
can play your shooters, and still like participate. You know, and,
I played Tetris 99, right? On my Switch using my phone as a hotspot in the worst like cell connection ever.
Hmm.
And I was able to get a match with no problem.
Yeah.
I was like surprised. Like I was even able to go, even though it was slow as shit. I was able to go to the eShop too and like actually browse around.
Oh, the eShop.
But it was slow as hell though. It was like super
It's
slow.
better than you would have thought.
Yeah, no, we've evolved, man.
For real.
It's crazy.
At least on the East Coast and the West Coast. I don't know about Middle America.
Damn.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth. Middle Earth.
Wow.
But if you have access to fast internet, I can see
Yeah,
this
yeah.
being something as you know,
Yeah.
some type of future they got going on.
Yeah.
Montecillin was saying that we came from loading up an anime episode in 3 parts to watching and playing in full games.
Yep.
Yeah.
We in the future now.
Dude, I
true.
started, you know how long it took to download an MP3 back in the day?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
what?
at least like 10.
Click
10
on the
minutes?
hidden link in this paragraph.
Yup.
You'll get the song.
Damn.
Yeah, that's way
Napster, son.
Back
back.
when
Before Napster.
back when
would
LimeWire
take
was
days.
giving your
Actually.
computer AIDS.
I remember.
LimeWire and was it Kaza?
Kaza.
Kaza,
Kaza, right?
BearShare.
Kaza
Bro.
gave me
Kaza.
some foul,
Yep.
wrong files one time.
I remember.
foul wrong.
It's a long. It takes. It took
remember
a long
deleting-
time. Remember downloading movies though? Like
Oh,
you would
That
never
was like
think you
days,
would get a
man.
movie. Yeah,
It was like
A
days.
movie.
Yeah,
But
it's
now,
gonna take a minute now.
now you can download a movie in like 3
Seconds.
minutes,
Yep.
3 minutes, 5 minutes, and that's on like
Yeah.
decent internet. Imagine
Yeah.
fast internet,
Mhm.
Yo,
or you can just stream it right away.
30 seconds.
yo, I remember on Napster. I remember freaking like it got to 99% and I freaking deleted. I stopped the shit, and I was like, "What the hell?" I used to have fun doing that, and then I'm thinking about the guy on the other side, like so pissed.
Oh yeah, you're an asshole.
And then I'm like,
Hell
yeah.
you
Now,
mean
now
they
I'm thinking about it. Now
They
I'm
were
like, damn,
uploading stuff from you.
Oh, he
yeah,
was
no,
uploading-
because it's a share. You know how like the
Oh, yeah,
peer to peer sharing, and I would wait till it gets to 99, and
Damn.
I would be like,
Why would you go? What did you up to?
They're still
I
looking
used to
for
do
you.
it all the time,
They're
man,
still
and I'm
looking
like,
for you for this.
So that's why we got hacked.
That's why we got
that's
hacked.
why we
no,
got
I'm
hacked.
thinking about it now. I was young, man. I was a kid. I didn't know, and I'm like,
That's
"Oh,
why we got
so
hacked."
fucked up.
Damn.
I
They
remember,
remembered, and they were like, "Oh, I'll strike right now."
I remember showing my cousin, and
You'll
he was
never
like,
know
"Yo, that's
when."
fucked
Yup.
up. What are you doing?"
Yo,
man?"
dude,
And
you
I was like,
remember?
really?
Remember when I had Kaza and I was trying to download all these Ninja Gaiden remixes, the Ninja Gaiden songs, remixed them with different instruments? I downloaded one. That shit was like an MP4 or something. And it took me somewhere that I did not, things I just didn't want to see.
It's not a song, man.
No, it wasn't a song.
video.
It was a video.
A video I didn't want to see. Not going to mention it right now.
Strange worlds.
I remember that.
Not gonna
Strange
mention it right
world.
now.
I remember that.
But if you would have thought, of playing a video game online back then,
All right, fine. I'll tell you what I saw. No.
you don't want to know.
I remember.
We already know. We already know.
Yikes!
It's not good.
Yikes!
It's not good, y'all. Terrible. I'm sure you had the same experience.
FBI is knocking on the door right now. Like, what?
So, if you could have imagined playing a video game through that type of online service, you would have been like, hell no, this is going to fail. This is the Sega channel all over again.
It's Sega Channel.
But no, I mean, listen, we've come a long way from the bottom. Now we're here, like they said in the chat. Actually, you said that.
That was me.
Yeah, I give you no credit. Like they said in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
He said he likes Chat Turbo better than the one sitting next to him.
yeah, I don't know who that was. That guy was funny.
I was like,
That guy is funny.
pretty good, right?
Yeah, you should type all the time.
You should type all the time.
Ghost
But
Rider.
I mean, listen, the more chance that somebody can play with their favorite game or just have a new experience with a game, I'm for it. So the more choices they give, as long as they don't get rid of like the tried and true media that we like to get in physical, I don't mind it. If it was just this, and it was just like, Blockbuster's out of here, it's Netflix now, and they do that with games, which it's probably gonna happen. As much as I don't want it to happen,
We'll be gone, man. We'll be gone. By
I don't think it'll happen.
We'll be gone by then.
I'm trying to live a long life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how long
You're
it's gonna
talking
be.
next week.
That's just gonna happen like tomorrow. My man talking about we gonna be dead.
We
What?
gonna be there by
Gonna
then.
be
We ain't gonna be here no more.
Nah, there's always
2025, I'm trying to be
You better
here.
speak for yourself.
I'm trying to be here.
there's
I'm
always
trying to be here.
I'm trying
there's
to
always
eat
gonna
healthy.
be a form of because people like to collect, right? So
I'm
this,
blending kale.
Blending kale.
nah,
Whatever it takes, man. I'm trying
Having
to
that kale juice.
this guy's gonna be freaking.
I'm trying to see all these Avatar movies, man.
This guy's gonna freeze himself
You
like
trying to finish
fucking
that
Walt
Final
Disney.
Fantasy remake? You
Yeah,
trying,
hell yeah.
You trying to see that full story?
I'm trying to see the end of this Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
man.
remake. 50 years down the line, we trying to be here, man.
Shit, man.
But
Freeze your brain and shit.
Amoxicillin's asking if he's on our life insurance policy. No, he's not.
nope. Who's got life insurance?
Oh,
Damn, now that's depressing.
Yeah, I know. This is the world we live in. But yes,
Went to a dark place.
I'm looking forward
You probably go to the next.
to where this goes. I want to see if Xbox actually if Microsoft brings out this stick, and if it makes it like feasible to play all these games. And the more they offer, I mean, listen, hopefully it offsets the price of Game Pass so it doesn't raise and raise and
oh
raise.
no, that's just
Stay where you're at. Just get more subscriptions. That's what I want to see.
it's inevitable, man. Game Pass, the price is gonna
Man,
go
listen, $1 every 3 or 4 years.
up. It's
is all
inevitable,
right.
man.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
They gotta do that shit.
As long as they keep give me more money though, and then I'll pay more. You can't just give me the same and I pay more. You see how it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Apparently it does. So let us know in the comments what you think of a streaming stick instead of a console. You gonna play that way, or you're gonna keep buying consoles? Let us know in the comments, y'all.
Heard that fake ass Kev laugh.
Because we didn't want. I was surprised you didn't answer.
I'm waiting for this one.
Oh, this is where he answers.
Yeah, exactly. This is gonna be all you. So Nintendo sold more games than ever before last year. Yeah. Last year they sold more than ever before.
Yeah, that's just a funny like
Yeah.
than ever before. Like
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
before. Wait, what? What? Before.
Last year they sold more games than they ever have.
Yeah,
Right.
ever before.
Yeah.
Like kind of.
And ever before, but it's
They
like-
didn't sell more systems because of the chip shortage. So people said, we have extra money. Might as well buy more games instead of buying the system over and over and over and over again. Apparently that's what people do, huh?
bots.
They
No,
passed Wii, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Recently.
Yeah.
Recently. But I mean, okay. More power to you, Nintendo. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
I got one. I'm in the thing. I'm part of the count.
gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, right.
I didn't get a mini. I always bought both of their systems when they had the fat, stupid DS, and then I bought the little pocket DS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid DS.
What was the-
You're like, damn. All right.
Well, compared to the redesign, it really looked like a weird spaceship. It was not a good design.
What,
That ugly-
first,
The original
the
design?
the big gray.
Yeah, the gray
like
one.
ship
Yeah,
first
that was
one?
the
No,
weird
I
one.
It
like
was
the
not
first
good
one.
looking.
That was a
The
bad
light
design.
when they came out
The
with
light was awesome looking.
Yeah.
and then the DS, the XL, the light XL.
Did they call it the fat? They did, right?
They call it the fat DS? Man, might have.
No, they called it. They made another one. It was like the
DS thick.
no, the XL. They called it XL. my bad.
Yes,
They called it the XL,
XL.
and then the double XL, right? They just
Double
kept-
XL,
It was
yeah.
weird. They made it. It was too big, so they
Double
made it
XL.
smaller. They made
Yeah.
it big.
XL was cool, but it
Yeah.
still had the form
Those designs
factor
were
of the
nice.
light. Yeah,
Did
they
that?
were good.
How's that Nintendo Sports game doing?
I don't know the numbers yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna do
First
fine.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was that and not Kirby. That and
Kirby's doing good.
Mario.
Kirby looked like a dope game. I ain't
There
gonna
was
lie.
another. What'd you say? What?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Top five.
That
Yeah,
shit
right.
stays selling
5
top
years in a row.
5 for the past 5 years.
It was a recent
in a
release.
row.
Nintendo Sports and something else was number 2.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
with
sure
Nintendo.
all the games they sold last year was
Kirby
Mario
maybe.
Kart.
I don't know. Kirby is doing well too.
Kirby's doing well. I mean, that should get more. That should get run like Mario. Like from what that game looks like,
And
it looks
it's
like
co-op.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's co-op.
And it's co-op.
I think
so
it's
is Mario
the highest.
Odyssey.
I think it's the highest.
The hat.
Might be the highest sold Kirby. No, I think. Well, did they pass? I think the highest sold Kirby's 5 million. I think this one just passed 2. It's on track to beat it though.
Yeah, yeah. It
Which
just
one
came
was
out.
that?
Just came out.
Yeah,
Literally like a couple of weeks ago.
that's the newest Kirby, the 3D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm
But
saying
as far as the
which-
gameplay though, it looks like Nintendo, like a solid Nintendo game. Like,
Yeah.
like if that was Mario
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was the exact same game,
yeah,
10's best game of all time. It's the best thing I've ever played. It's amazing. We're gonna talk about it forever.
yeah, yeah.
Kirby did the same exact thing. It's all right.
Mm.
That's how they
Yeah.
be doing with Nintendo,
Because
though.
thing is with Kirby, it's like
Well, those games.
it's Kirby.
I mean, those games. Are, if you've ever
They didn't
played
have the
any,
same music.
but if you ever play any of the Kirby games, they're pretty easy.
Well, Kirby's a baby game.
It's a easy.
Not this one though. I mean, it is easy.
It looks cool, though,
but it seems like it has more gameplay mechanics, like a Mario.
Like a
would have
Mario,
had.
yeah.
Yes.
Out of any Kirby game, this is the only one I looked at that I'm like,
looks
I play it.
interesting.
I give it a run.
It
Like it's
does
co-op.
look interesting
Yeah.
though.
At some point, I might give it a run.
Looks good.
Yeah, man.
I was impressed by it, but I do like stabbing him in the fucking face in Smash Brothers. I
He's
do like.
the most powerful
I
character.
love
man.
killing him.
He's the most powerful.
I actually
guy.
spoke to a coworker today about the what was it, the Switch Sports game
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that
yeah.
we were just talking about, and I was like, oh, what do you think of it? He's like, it's good,
Yeah.
but he's like, I'm a little disappointed, a little
Yeah.
underwhelmed. I'm
I
like,
felt
really?
that way.
And he said exactly what you said with the bowling.
yeah,
He
man.
was like, my bowling is that's my jam, man.
Because everyone knew how to cheat the system, and they can't do it anymore. And
No,
they
they
actually
knew
have
how
to
to
learn the
bowl.
mechanics.
Nah, it was different. He said it was just
They
different. the
knew
way
how
you-
to actually bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
and it felt like it.
He
The
said the
letting go
Wii
of the
bowling was.
button, that's-
He said the Wii bowling was superior.
Hmm.
And I was like, you know
Wow.
what?
I
That
agree.
seems to be
I'm
the.
not surprised.
Well, of course, they have this whole thing
Yeah.
rather than this
Yeah, yeah.
little fucking whatever
Oh,
you're
you don't like
using now.
the Joy-Con?
Well, when you let go, it feels like you're letting the ball go. But people were stupid and freaking throwing it at the screen. So
Maybe the drift helps.
I'm surprised.
Follow the drift. Follow the drift.
It's drifting. It's
Use the drift to
It's
curve.
Bowling drift.
They
That's what
gotta
they call it.
They gotta fix that with an update. The freaking
Yeah.
new button
People-
release.
Yeah.
People
Just
are
jump
happy
on.
about the online though. I have heard people enjoying the online, and
That's
that's
been
the
good.
only thing that makes it different
Yeah.
than the old one. So
Mhm.
I'm surprised that it hasn't made like a bigger splash than it has.
Yeah.
Considering how many people are waiting for sports.
Because they don't have the.
But they want
wand.
Wii Sports.
They
though.
want the wand, man. They want the.
I'm
fucking
surprised they
I
didn't
want
put
the sport.
boxing in. There's no boxing.
I want Sports Resort.
But they got
man.
the katana thing.
archery, man.
They got the swords,
Mm.
which
Oh,
looks
that's
fun.
kind of cool.
That
That
looks
looks
fun.
that looks cool.
It'd be tiring though. But listen, I mean, if it came with the system, they should just put it in with the system now. They want to make more sales, free with the system now, or just the downloadable bowling. That's all people want for free.
Yeah.
Just do it, Nintendo.
Yeah.
You want to make sales? You want to make double the sales of what you've done? I'm sure everyone's gonna buy the system.
They're like, well,
again.
how about I buy you? I'll shut you up. I'll
Yeah.
just buy you. Jay's like, all right.
buy you Billy.
Oh,
It's not out of Animal Crossing. Actually, Animal Crossing was probably why they sold as many games as they did. Come to think of it, how many did Animal Crossing sell right now?
Oh
Like
my
20
god,
something.
that's one of the highest sellers. No,
Wow.
it's yeah.
That's
it
by
might
far
be-
the top
it's,
selling.
It's in the double-digit millions. It's definitely that.
Last I saw was like 20 million,
It might be something.
and
like
that was
that.
like a year ago.
It's like
Wild.
it might be like the third, second
is
highest. Or
I
something
watched-
Like that. It might be the second highest in the system.
I watched my niece play that.
Hmm?
That is the
Nothing
most,
that we want to do.
that is the most boring game to watch for me.
People love it.
Animal
no,
Crossing.
no, she was addicted to the game. I
Animal
was like,
Crossing New
whoa.
Horizons has now sold 37.62
37.
million.
It almost did double last night.
And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 43.35 million copies.
Mario Kart's the top,
Mario Kart
That's
still top.
fucking absurd.
and that's the second edition of it.
That is-
actually. Do they count? They have to count. The
Well,
old
that's
one.
probably because of the update shit.
They
got
gotta count the Wii U one. No, they have to count the Wii U one in that.
Do we one for?
Mario Kart 8.
I don't know.
I think they count that.
Are they counting
They
also
have
the
to.
sales of the
What?
the
No, I don't think that's part of it.
no?
Not as a new game. No, that's just bonus money they make.
I guess.
Imagine if 40 million people
No,
bought
I'm
the
saying, like,
downloadable content.
that would inflate the numbers, man.
Well, money wise,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
but not
shit.
the title
That's a
sold.
lot
Yeah.
of copies, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like when
launch.
somebody buys the system, the first thing I tell them, Mario Kart. It has a
Something for
remote
every-
control.
Yeah.
Like it lets little kids think they're playing.
Yep,
And
yep.
I lost to a 2-year-old. I'm just not good.
They lost to a
No, because it
2-year-old.
automatically never hits the walls and it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
goes straight. And it's like, yes, I'm playing good. Like,
Yeah.
that's what a kid
Yeah.
needs in a game like that, especially at that age. So that's the first game you tell someone to buy because it's 4 players
Mm-hmm.
and on the same TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that mode for little kids. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you got to buy Mario Kart with the system. Easy.
Something in
Way
there for
way
everybody.
past buying Mario Odyssey. I wouldn't even recommend Mario Odyssey for a little kid. They don't know how to play that.
It's got the challenge for the adults, and
And yeah, it's
the
deep.
easy-
Like if you're actually playing it, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
deep.
you got to learn the map and everything like that. Have hidden parts of the map too.
And DLC. Pay double.
I'm looking at some of
You ever
some of the
played-
sales of these games.
Hmm.
I didn't know that Metroid Dread's the highest selling
Metroid.
Metroid, which doesn't say much because they just barely under 3 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metro
That's
doesn't
insane.
sell that.
It doesn't sell.
Doesn't
That's
sell that.
crazy.
That's
What was it?
Crazy.
How is 3 million not
Prime?
well?
Prime
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the top
for
no?
Nintendo.
Prime was the top.
It was,
the
right?
top before.
Dread.
Was Super Metroid before? Oh no, that didn't even sell a lot. Super Metroid didn't sell as much as we thought.
Not as much. It's like a 2 million
Metroid was
something.
the next one, right? The
Whoa.
first one.
2 mil.
I think Super Metroid might have sold more than Metroid. I think.
Really?
Yeah, Super Metroid's one of the better sellers, but it didn't. They don't sell that much. Prime was the highest.
Wow.
I think if
And
it
people
sells
go
5,
crazy for that
Other
game.
M
Like
wasn't
it's
that bad. I think Other M. I think did close to 2 mil.
Other M.
2 mil.
It's not Michael.
Other M. It's like Agent M.
Oh my god.
Smash Brothers.
Shimon.
Smash Brothers Ultimate 27.40.
Yeah,
million
surprisingly
units.
not as much as I thought, but that's a lot. Come on.
That's still a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot. Considering what fucking Tomb Raider sold 9 million or whatever. Last I saw, it probably sold 10 and 11 now. But that's considered failure, flop.
That's crazy.
For Nintendo.
Flop. Oh, Nintendo's like, you're petty numbers. You saw Lara Croft a character?
And Breath
You got Kirby.
Breath of the Wild 25.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild's been
25.
selling like crazy too.
It doesn't stop. It's like Skyrim. Scrim.
Yeah. I don't even want to know about
Oh,
Skyrim.
boy.
It's like Scrim.
It's been for everything.
That's a lot. That's a lot of sales on just those games alone.
Mm-hmm.
And Metroid's not even touching any of those.
That's why
insane.
Nintendo doesn't need any other titles. They don't need third parties at all.
They-
This
they're-
is the
they're
vibe.
fine.
They
They're
don't need Call of Duty. They don't need any of that.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why they're not buying anything. They don't need anyone else.
Why?
Nope.
Except for
Why buy
Luigi's
anything?
Mansions developers. That's all. They're like, yo, Luigi's Mansion's pretty good.
I can just see them at the table. Why should we buy anything? Like, why? What's the
We
point?
could.
I mean, they own Astral Chain,
we
right?
could buy Apple
Yeah,
now.
they changed their shit.
They own Astral,
No.
Astral Chain now, right?
Yeah,
They bought
own the
that,
property.
so
yeah.
they bought that.
I mean, can't
That's
wait.
the only thing they bought for
I
real.
mean, that's literally.
They
it.
said, "Hey, we like this game. Let's buy it."
yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a Sega game. Let's buy it.
Actually, how much do you think Astral Chain sold?
2 mil.
2 mil.
Maybe.
Probably less. Than,
Maybe.
probably less than that.
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
just
say,
over
I'm gonna
1
say
mil.
less.
Just
Yeah,
over 1 mil.
No, two mil is definitely shooting for the stars.
Yeah.
I
Just over 1 mil.
definitely.
I changed that.
That's better.
Yeah.
1.8,
Yep.
1 point. Okay.
Yeah.
1 point is almost 2
Close.
mil, though.
That's close.
That's almost
to-
2 mil.
Close.
and that's a success.
yeah.
For a new fucking IP.
For a new IP,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a success.
Yeah. Just come out with the same thing for 25, 30 years. You'll be selling 40 mil.
As
too.
long as we go up a mil per sequel, we're fine.
Can you do me a favor? Look up Arms. How much did that sell?
Nah, they ain't talking about. They don't talk about arms. I bet you it
Arms?
probably
That's a
sold
new
10
IP,
mil.
man. That's a
I
new IP.
bet you it probably sold like 10 mil.
Nah,
I don't know.
last I looked, it was like at 2 mil. Let me see.
2?
Arms.
Arms wasn't that successful though. It really wasn't.
Dude, that game is. I still have it. I'm like, what?
Skyrim better have high numbers. It basically it was ported
one of-
to a coffee maker
It's a launch title. Though.
and a washing machine. Probably a calculator. Probably. I can guarantee you that.
Maytag.
Arms has sold
3 mil?
sold during
3 to
first
4.
week. 2.56 million units
2.5.
as of December 2020.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so maybe 2 more.
I was about to say, since then, I guarantee they probably have not even
2 more copies.
They-
I don't- it
Not
wasn't-
even mil.
That's
2 more
not a
copies.
universal title. I'm sorry.
no.
It's just
It
not.
was a niche. It was always going to be a niche.
You know what's
Super.
crazy? That game would have played better if all the characters played like Smash Brothers. That would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that character was done very well in Smash Brothers. And if they all were in that game, that kind of format,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
The game.
Overplayed like a tighter version of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Nah, it played like
2 players though.
it played like Virtual On,
No, I know.
This is
It's
exactly
not
what it
something that's
played
going to sell that like that.
and I'm
But
like,
the system,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
they can't buy it, so they bought games.
Yeah.
I wonder how many like actual games they sold last year as far as just product. And they don't really count digital all the time either.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No.
So imagine if they counted everything. I mean, I'm hoping that's probably what you just said, like 40 mil. I'm guessing that's everything. I'm guessing that's everything. But when you hear usually what they sold is only like their physical sales, which is crazy.
See,
Because 50% of sales is now like just
Digital.
downloads. Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes to show when Nintendo's only focusing on one console instead of splitting their resources on two, they come out with a hell of a lot more games for that one. Insane.
Well, more
Well,
quality over
quality
quantity.
games too.
It's
But
yeah.
but they always produce a lot of games. But now that they have a a hybrid console,
I read-
everything is for that.
I read
It's
they
a
had
genius
a
idea, man.
I read an interview with the current president of Nintendo, and he said that they're working on
1,000?
the next console, the successor
course.
to
Of
the.
course, it's been
But
almost
they've
6
always
years.
worked
They were saying that they want to make the transition smooth, so they're still going to support. So
They
it's
already have
so
the new system
it's,
out.
It's it's basically going to be another Switch, basically.
It's
They
the
better
OLED.
like
They better.
It's
the
gonna be the same
OLED.
for the-
Speaking of
with features.
presidents of Nintendo, I saw a little video on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Reggie Fils-Aimé on G4,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and the host asked him, "What game series are you into besides anything from Nintendo?" And he immediately, without hesitation, said Halo.
Because he's working out a deal to buy Halo.
Shut
from
up.
him. He's buying
Yeah,
Halo.
right.
from
Shut
him.
up.
It's going to
He's
be a
working
Nintendo
with him.
property.
Shut up.
It'll be a Nintendo
I
No,
think
it's not.
Rare is going to take it over and go back to Nintendo, and then change the name to Perfect Dark.
Ooh, Perfect Dark Halo.
Oh,
Perfect
you
Dark
shut
Zero.
up.
I think that's the idea there.
But anyways, yeah, he said he liked Halo.
That was pretty funny though.
That was a good call, Reggie.
Yeah, he said Halo.
Watch Radical Reggie pop up. You mention my name?
God of War.
And we haven't got a Mother 3 just because it wasn't a priority at the time.
They said it was gonna make money, so they just didn't want to do it.
They see this very niche.
They said it was gonna make money, even though they bought out Mother and Mother 2 constantly,
Mother. They got to come out with Father. And
which
see
is
how it goes.
Earthbound. Mother 2 is
All
Earthbound.
right.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
think we're good with the news.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
And
move on.
that means we're
It's
done
on
with the
there.
news.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, so let us know what you think about Nintendo selling more games than ever before last year.
Oh,
I love that.
Why is that the article?
I think it's time for the main topic. We got indie game soundtracks. What's your favorite?
Oh, damn. I forgot we were doing this title. Listen, I kid.
So we're gonna go down to two each, right?
we got a shitload.
We gotta go two each, right?
I don't have enough.
Two titles.
Chalk
each?
has like
I'm
two
not
because he
going
only
to.
plays Gears,
I got-
Dragon Ball, and Halo.
We're going to
Actually,
start
there's
from
a
the...
bunch of Dragon Ball and Halo.
He's not wrong.
Ah.
He's not wrong.
Now, I got a list, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna do one. I can do whatever y'all want.
Are they in any particular order?
I have like
Do
9.
you want to start from the bottom of our list and go to the top, or start from the top
I got
and
no
go
particular
to the
order,
bottom?
man. I'm just
Yeah, I
naming
don't have
some shit.
anything in any particular.
Okay. Let's throw them out there.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't have a number one. I think that a lot of these are just like fucking incredible. So
Mhm.
I'll start because I know a lot of people might have this on theirs. So let's just get this out the way.
Mhm.
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's knock that
Oh,
out.
took
That's
one of mine.
definitely there.
Rising Up is fire.
Oh God.
Rising Up is like I downloaded that like whole track,
Fire.
like the extended version.
I got to get the extended version. It's fire.
Oh, it's
It's got
fucking,
vocals, man. They go
incredible.
crazy. They go
Is that
crazy.
the elevator? That's not the
Yeah, that's the elevator. What
That's,
else could it be?
That's the elevator and the Floyd Araya. Is that his last name? Araya. It was his trailer. In the same trailer, they revealed that it was 4 players.
Yes.
And they played that song. So you can just imagine me watching like everything.
He busted in his pants.
I was like, yo, is this really? First of all, is this track in the game?
Well, that game really took the power that the old games had with the music and really focused on it.
It's on
Like they were
steroids.
like, listen, we have to make the music spectacular
Mm-hmm.
because that's what this franchise is known for.
They even had Yuzo Koshiro.
Yeah.
Did a couple tracks on
Yeah.
there. He did the main theme.
They're
of the
like,
game.
we're only gonna get you for a couple because
Well,
we know
they-
what happened when you get the whole sound.
They're like, yo, you were wilding out on the last one, so you know you can get down like 3 of them.
Well, I mean, if they got him to do the whole thing, then it would be too much pressure because he'd have to go
Yeah,
against his
yeah,
own work,
Mm.
and it's like, is it better than his old work?
Mm.
And then copy it.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to do that, especially when everyone's watching you. But the fact that they got him to do a little, and then they got other people inspired by him to do stuff that's similar but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
I think they pulled it off
Even their
Big
weakest tracks are good.
big time.
Yeah, they. I mean, if there's a
And nobody
number
talks
one-
about it enough.
No,
Surprisingly,
they,
because they haven't heard it enough.
no.
Like you hear like Streets of Rage 1, which is slept on. Streets of Rage 2, which is always talked about.
Yeah, but
Streets of
one
Rage
had
3,
better
which-
One had the better
Three.
soundtrack.
happy to
Two
be in the
was the
category.
better game, but one had the better soundtrack.
But nobody remembers it because they
No.
talk about 2 all the time.
All the
All the
time.
time.
All
And
the
then the
time.
new one, they haven't played it enough to say that it's better than the old one.
And
because
3 had the better combat,
combat, but not.
but the music was atrocious.
You didn't like that?
It's fucking experimental. It was like
You
fucking
like that?
sound effects. Like,
It was. It was a mess.
like what the fuck? How was that?
Experimental.
That experimental.
I
that
bet you it was the
that-
best soundtrack ever.
It was
and
probably
something happened.
No, this shit was a
You
best.
downloaded the wrong Napster file.
That was the wrong Napster file.
Nah.
That was the best.
Nah,
room
last
trip.
minute they couldn't clear any of them songs, so they had to be like, all right, here, take.
Oh, you know what happened?
Drugs. That's a
I know what
that's
happened.
a room trip, dude.
No. You know what happened? I mean, I know what happened. I actually read what happened, but I bet you.
I lost my files.
No, at the time that came out was the time when you couldn't clear samples anymore. It cost so much money.
Right.
Remember what happened to Tribe Called Quest?
Mhm.
Like when they did number samples and then they had to not do samples anymore.
Yep.
Right.
Remember what happened with Kanye when you
Yep.
could do samples all the time and then you can't do samples anymore?
A lot of courtroom.
That's exactly probably what happened there. But I mean, he tried some different shit because he couldn't get the samples he wanted.
Right.
And it cost way too much. And if you listen to the old ones,
Especially to digitize it too at that time.
yeah.
At that time. Remember, Tommy.
So he said, let me
talked
just
about that.
sleep on this keyboard and see what happens.
Press
Let me
every
just-
key at the same
Exactly.
time.
No. He's like, yo, let me play this keyboard with my face.
Yep. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat whatever this is and see what happens.
He's like, I can't do no wrong. No matter what I do, everyone's gonna love it.
And if you play as the Streets of Rage 3's characters in that game, they still play extremely well and fast. And
Yeah.
it's like it played amazing, and then he fucked it up with soundtrack.
I'm glad that nothing in there pays homage to 3.
There was a track in there that sounded like 3.
Was it?
It sounded like a finished version of a
Oh,
track. Yeah, a finished version of it. I think in the Nightmare X,
Oh, okay.
Mr. X or Mr. Nightmare, whatever.
Dude, he
the fuck
knows
it
he
was.
made a mistake.
But-
he knows he made
But
a
it sounded like the finished version of
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it was
yeah.
supposed to be.
He knows he fucked up.
So this is what you were trying to do, and it's still kind of eh. So your idea was terrible.
But yeah, definitely that's one of the soundtracks.
Should I do a second one or just?
If you got a lot,
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
up to you.
go
I have a
ahead.
lot.
We do too.
also.
All right, so
Two
I'm
around.
gonna do another one that's gonna knock one off.
Probably all got it.
Blood-stained ritual of the night.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, man.
Okay.
Paid homage to actual what we can.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Didn't you just say?
I think I had better music though.
Someone said blood-stained symphony of the night. I said
The
blood-stained
Bloodstained
ritual.
Bloodstained Symphony of the Night.
Basically, you can call it that though.
Castlevania Ritual of the Night.
Yo,
There were some tracks in there that paid exact like
They
this
sounded-
is it.
it sounded
The
exactly
same
like it.
music
Wow. Yeah.
from Symphony of the Night, but a little twist,
Yeah.
just like if what you go did the soundtrack again. All
Some of the slower tracks in Bloodstained, I was like, I am almost positive this was ripped.
they were in there.
I was like, dude, you legit took this.
They took some liberties.
But no, the music's good.
Oh, really? It was
It's
really
an
good.
overall very good soundtrack.
Yep.
Listen, you get who did the soundtrack again?
Shit, I forgot it. It's
The
the
girl,
woman. I forgot
yeah.
her name. But she's like
Someone look it up.
she's like a Castlevania like.
Who does all the
genius.
Castlevania?
He
stuff?
just murders it all the fucking time.
I'm sure we're gonna get ridiculed in chat for not knowing that. But yeah, she's a legend. She's a legend. but yeah, she was in
Turbo's
charge
looking
of
up
it.
right
I don't think she did all of the tracks in there. I think she did the ones that we know
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
that good.
It's her sound. You can
Yeah.
tell by her sound. That it was
Especially
her.
the first stage, like when you first
Oh,
turn it
that-
on,
Mm.
you're like, "Oh, this is Castlevania, baby."
It's like I think every Castlevania had like a track for the first stage to kind of just get you in the game.
The
And
electric
they did
guitar,
the-
you know the guitars.
Yeah,
in there.
they- and
and
they
the violins,
did the-
violins and electric guitars all
They
day.
did the same thing with Bloodstained. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, I'm into it because the track is dope
Mhm.
and the stage is dope. But yeah, they did it. Even the 8-bit ones were pretty dope too. They had good soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if the same person did that though,
I
but
don't
they had standout music.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they had some.
And it seemed like they made those games in a month.
For
And they're really good too.
For real. When part 2 came out, they said it was co-op. I was like, I will fuck with this. I will definitely fuck. And then I was angry while playing that game.
The Bloodstained should get more credit for its music.
Michiru Yamane.
No,
That's our name.
that doesn't sound familiar
No.
at all. But I mean, it might be.
That's her name.
It might be. You might be just pronouncing the fuck out of that wrong.
No, that's a she. Michiru Yamane.
Okay, props.
I guess it wasn't Yamane. Okay, Yamane. Yeah.
Your main,
Yamane.
your main,
Your main, your main man.
Okay, so it is, okay. But
That's
yeah,
really good.
I want
Really
to
good.
see a sequel. I'm still waiting for that Bloodstained sequel, man. As long as she's making the music, I'm down for whatever.
I play Curse of the Moon too. That's Bloodstained sequel.
I did play that. Man. I'm talking about Bloodstained. 8-bit,
About the
man.
original.
It's probably Yamani. Yamane.
Your main.
It's definitely
definitely
Yamane.
Your
looking at
money.
the
Apologies.
Michiru
Yamane.
Yamane.
She'll take your money.
Your main. You called her your main. Come on, man. I'm looking at that shit right now. I'm like, no, it's not your main.
Your main
Oh,
man.
All right.
That is not pronounced like that.
All right, who's up next?
I'll go next.
He fucking killed that shit.
Apologies.
Butcher the
All
legend.
right.
I'm uncultured. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna name these two games, these two indie games, and I know you guys know the composers also.
Your
Megan, what the fuck,
main
man?
Main man.
Your main man. No, Megan McDuffie,
Megan.
River City Girls.
That's on my list.
That soundtrack is dope.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And also,
Chipsel.
Chipsel was also in it,
Yep.
and she also made a soundtrack, which is my favorite soundtrack of hers, for this indie game called Super Hexagon, which is insanely tough. I guess you can call it a puzzle game, kind of. You have to. It's hard to describe it. You got to watch the game. The soundtrack is dope.
They both have very distinct styles.
Yes,
Like Megan McDuffie has like a sultry kind of like
rock style.
it's rock, but it's like
Yeah.
it's the new wave. It's like what did they name it? That
Synth?
type of
Synth?
It was synth wave. Yes.
Yeah,
But it's definitely like she adds vocals to it. A lot of people don't have the vocals in it; they just go with the synth. But she has a way of combining them both to be very, very singular. Like nobody does that. Like
Well, it fit the mood of the game.
and
Definitely.
it's definitely no other game was sounded like.
Yeah.
and it will not.
And it blended in with like there were tracks that didn't have vocals.
Yeah,
And
but it made it feel like a music video.
Yeah.
almost, while you're playing.
it put me more in the mood of the game when I heard the singing tracks in
Yes.
there. You know, it almost sounded like it's legit a soundtrack made for that game. And
But
remember,
I liked when you get to the boss,
yeah.
and then Chipsel
comes
that
in, yeah.
comes in. It's
Yeah.
a direct clash
Yep.
from what this sounds like. Like that's direct.
Chipsel uses
chiptune. All chiptune.
Yep.
chiptune. She uses a
But it's fast.
Game Boy, and she uses like different like actual boards from like the Game Boy and like Super
But there's a
Nintendo
certain
and-
energy that's in there. It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
like I'm
I love-
like all caffeine. It's all
yeah,
caffeine.
yeah. No, she does very great. Like boss music is really good, and like that old school chiptune, like
Oh yeah.
8-bit
80s.
sound, man.
80s,
It's
man.
awe. But
But
Super
she's way
Hexagon, if you
ahead.
guys
She's way ahead of the curve with that though.
do yourself a favor and listen to, if you get a chance, download it or watch it on YouTube. Super Hexagon, watch gameplay and just listen to the soundtrack, man. It's fire.
all of
It's
these soundtracks, go and listen to them all.
awesome. Same with River City Girls too, man.
I'm anticipating
Awesome.
part 2 because I know I heard like I didn't want to listen to too much from part 2 until
I
I
heard
get the
some
game. I heard some clips and I was like, yep,
They're doing it.
It's
She's got
exa-
some.
it's
It's
exactly.
different too. It's different.
Yep.
It's like some like island. Like they changed.
I'm an island boy.
They changed some.
Like that. Like I'm an
I can't.
island boy.
I can't.
I'm an
One of those
island.
dudes are talking about, I'm such a great fighter. I punch so fast. I'm just like,
He's an island boy.
I would fight him and his brother at the same time.
He's an island boy.
They would go viral, but enough of them. All right, so
Jeez.
I got one. I'm gonna name one because I don't have that many. Gunborg Dark Matters.
Already made.
I will
the list.
shout that out right now.
I got that on my list too, man.
Right
Already.
now.
Good call. That's
So-
a great soundtrack.
That soundtrack is done by a soul composer. His name is Kato Hoban. Well, what?
Hoban.
What is that?
Kato Hogan.
I'm gonna go with Kato Hoban.
Hogan.
But it could be Hoban.
Oh,
How do you spell the last name?
It's Hoeben. So Hoban. Oh, it could be pronounced totally different. But Kato, man. Cato. Look it up. But yeah, he does the entire thing. It has a nostalgic, melodic 80s vibe. And I don't know, there's just something catchy about it. It's also synth. He has synth melodies in there,
He's a
but
simp.
Awesome.
Stan-
He's also a simp. He's also a simp.
but and there's also tracks in there that have a cinematic flair. It sounds like his music can be like in an updated Sunsoft title. So if you like some old school Sunsoft music,
Yep.
it sounds like an updated version of
like a
something
journey
like
of Sicilius.
Silis?
Sicilius.
The license.
You know,
I know we say it
everyone
wrong completely.
says this.
Sicilian.
Different
Sicilian.
name.
I
Sicilian.
actually looked at
Journey
it.
to a Sicilian slice.
Yeah, Journey to Sicilian. But I can hear like a little bit of Blaster Master stages in there, like the weird sound.
Yeah.
But it also changes. It's hard to tell that it's one person doing the entire soundtrack.
I'm gonna mess with that game because
game
I like the way it
music is
looks,
good.
and if it has good music, I'm gonna play through the whole shit.
Yeah,
Game
so
is
check
tough.
that out. I mean, I know it's a newer game. It came out on Steam a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, this is from 2021, I believe. The soundtrack.
Tough as shit.
It is tough. That's why I'm listening to the music.
So the music is dope. The music is dope, and it does get you into the mood of playing the
That's
game.
like this music very keep me.
Definitely
keep you
80s.
motivated.
It
Keep me
feels
here.
like 80s.
Because
Though.
I'm going through a lot of
It feels
pain.
like 80s though.
Yeah.
But he does a very good job at doing the pixel sounds. Oh, chip tune sounds, I should say.
Hell
But it's not just chip tunes. It's totally different. Just give it a listen. Gunborg. What a weird name, man.
Gunborg.
Gunborg Dark Matters. Kato Hoopin. Check it out.
Oh, really? All right, I'm gonna go with an obscure choice.
Obscure didn't have that much music in it.
that no one's got.
It's indie.
Police stories.
I have that. Let me stop. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Police stories.
joking.
Good catch. Good catch.
I couldn't find a composer for this dude, but
No?
the
It might be multiple then.
a lot of the tracks in the game feel like a throwback to Streets of Rage 1.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I could definitely get with that. Yeah.
Maybe it'll Streets of Rage 2.
The medical center had the best track in the game.
Yeah.
Medical center is dope.
The
track.
first stage wasn't bad, but every stage it feels like it had really good music. I remember when me and Eric were playing that, and we're just like, yo, like the music is
When you're sneaking around, you stop like, hold up, what is that?
Let's
right
stop
there.
you in your tracks.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like, hold on.
Did we clear everybody off the stage?
Yeah.
Let's staying here. We got time?
That game is very underrated. By the
It
way.
is
That's a
underrated.
Very,
Very
underrated
good game. It was very, very,
That's a
very
special
good
game.
The music's so good, they stopped putting go, go, go.
Yeah, exactly. Move, motherfucker.
Let me see another choice on there.
You might have one on here that I have.
I'm sure, Eric, you have this one. Unsighted.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Unsighted.
Unsighted got some music like that?
Oh yeah, it had some.
I didn't hear
fucking,
much of it.
Samurai Champloo type shit.
Yep.
Oh, like some hip hop?
Yeah, it would have like
Jazzy, hip hop.
when you're in
type.
like this floral area, it's like all calm, and then when enemies come in there,
Mm.
it's the same calm melody, but then a hip hop beat pops in.
Oh.
I was like,
I gotta get the name of that track, but
Blossom.
It's like
It's called
It's called Blossom.
it's called Blossom.
Yeah.
Wow. Not
Great
the chick
track.
with the big nose. I'm talking about like. Oh, what happened?
Wow.
What
I
happened?
mean the Jeopardy girl?
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Respectful, bro.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
that's fine. That's plain
That was
translation.
good. It was worth it.
You know she's the new Alex Trebek.
And she's a scientist. Too.
And she's
Respect.
She's mad
brilliant.
smart. Dude.
Man, smart.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Mathematician.
And
or
she getting
something
all
like
that money.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Her nose is smart.
But she ain't
The
getting that-
nose is smart.
Damn, man.
Damn. Follow the nose. I'm sorry. All right. So our last one. That's
Gotta
All right,
bring-
damn, man. All right, all right, let me go.
Sorry.
Let me
I'm
go.
sorry.
Nose.
I apologize.
My pick is Katana Zero.
Of course. Of course.
That's on a lot of people online's list.
Yeah,
It should be.
It was a fire
It's
soundtrack.
on mine.
I was trying. I
about
was bouncing
it.
off everything. Hey, damn it.
Talk about it.
I should have said. No, I'm
Um,
joking. I'm joking.
I'm reading stuff from Wikipedia right now. It's a synthwave score which blends Chicago house, electronic music, and synth pop.
In your own words.
And it was, no, I felt like it gave me like almost like an 80s vibe.
Dude,
Goosebumps.
I love that
Goosebumps.
soundtrack.
Well, the standout
Goosebumps.
thin stuff is always 80s vibe.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
And
Keep it
it was
going,
composed by Bill Kiley and Thies Lodwig.
I thought you were gonna say Bill Cosby.
No.
Ludwig.
Oh, wow.
No, there's literally an
No.
IJS in
His
there.
name.
I would never
I just
be
call
able
him
to say
Ludwig. That's it. That's what his name is on. When you look him up.
Yeah.
When you look him
his
up, it's-
nickname is Ludwig.
Yeah.
that.
You can look him up on
Ludwig.
YouTube.
Like
He has
Come on, a Koopa
I was
son.
saying Von Cooper,
Hell yeah.
last boss in part 3.
No, he's
Yeah.
he's a dope composer. He actually has a live performance where he does the Katana Zero live with like a big jumbotron. And
What?
It's with an audience.
That's crazy.
You gotta watch
These
it.
people are talented.
It's freaking
Some of
crazy.
these
And yo,
people
he
are
does it.
fucking talented.
The stage is like all wires. He's doing it all analog. It's not a computer that's doing it. He's
I
doing
wonder
that
if-
shit live. He's like unplugging stuff and
I wonder if any of
I'm like-
these composers are in like
nuts.
video games live. The Tom Telerico performance.
that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if he puts any indie because you put all the
Should.
top things everyone knows in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got
Wait.
an indie section in
You
it.
can watch that on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Must be nice.
Must be nice if you watch.
YouTube is still around. It's just not on there.
I mean, I have my own personal channel, but yeah,
All right.
I watch it on iron.
All right.
That's not banned.
Yeah.
that
It's
was-
still
that was-
around.
Yeah.
That's my
We got
choice.
Twitch. Let me say.
So Katana Zero, okay.
Yeah, Katana
Check
Zero.
that out. Check that out.
Yeah,
guys.
that's one of the craziest indie soundtracks I've heard. To be honest.
Yeah, man. Still listen to it to this day.
A sleeper one that really like grew on me the second time we played it. We did the second playthrough on our channel. Is Mother Russia Bleeds.
I have that on my list too. Yes.
That soundtrack is fucking crazy.
I have to revisit it.
That
It is a good
because I forgot
That
about
is
it.
a great soundtrack.
Definitely.
I
That
gotta
is.
remember that sound. I remember it being like
I forgot
heavy.
about
It was heavy rock, right?
It was like heavy, like dark and
Industrial.
yeah, really fucking crazy.
Dude.
And it's unlike any soundtrack I've heard.
Yep.
If the closest would be Fury, but still different, way
Yeah,
different,
yeah.
way
Yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, especially like the last boss music because it's a variation of a slower version of that same song.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you like fight the last boss to it, like it's like perfect last boss music.
Yep.
It's real and it's dark. It's a very very dark track.
The whole soundtrack.
that
is
last
dark.
bullshit.
I love the one when you're like the riding track. Oh my god, with the the
Yep.
alarm.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
the
yep.
alarm one.
Yep.
Oh, I fucking love that.
It is and it's crazy because I'm like, I played it so many. What was it, like 3 years ago that we played it first?
It's one of the best beat 'em ups I've ever played.
And it's like
It's one of them.
that just went over my head though, like the soundtrack. And then
Yeah.
until we recently played
Did
it.
not even. I remember one track from the first time I played it.
Right.
But the second time, I'm like, dude, there's no way I missed all these tracks.
Yeah.
There's no way. And
Yeah.
it's just, and that's
It's
like,
funny.
it was $5 in the shop.
I know.
Yeah, man. Whatever, any sale, get that thing going. Man. You gotta get that game out there.
It's a good game.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I listened to it yesterday. As a matter of fact, the soundtrack. Like it's
It's a great
it's
soundtrack.
great.
It's a great soundtrack.
Gets you hyped up.
All right, I'm going with.
Going.
I know this is on Al's list, so I'll let Al say this one. If he doesn't do it, I'll say it next time around. But this one, I'm gonna say
No, go
Cuphead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cuphead.
That's an
Definitely.
interesting
That's
one.
totally different. That's a
That
left
is an
field
interesting
one.
That is-
soundtrack. Okay.
But it
All right.
deserves respect.
It does.
Love that soundtrack.
It does.
There's like not a particular track that makes me go. It's just the overall.
The mood.
Yeah, it's just like like it's just like
It's like a show tunes type
yeah,
Yeah.
like
soundtrack.
From the
it's
30s.
so-
It's like what, 30s, 40s? 30s.
It's just old.
Like here on the W Bridge.
Yeah, like, I always am smiling and laughing every time I hear the music. Yeah.
honey.
And when I was watching the Netflix, cartoons or whatever, and it had that same type
They
of.
keep the feeling. Yeah.
And I like the intro song to it too. So I'm like, it's the same silly, stupid, vibe of the game, and it doesn't get enough credit at
No.
all. It gets enough credit for how it looks and the difficulty, but no one ever says the track or the score of the game is.
Music blends perfect with the whole mood. Everything
Yeah.
about it.
It's very important, very very important in the game. But
I
yeah,
haven't even watched the Netflix.
it's
cartoon.
good. It's good.
I
It's
haven't watched
very Looney Tunes like.
You couldn't even put
okay.
any other type of music in there. Like, say, what if you play Cuphead and put Mega Man music to it?
No, you can't. Yeah, you ruined.
As,
No,
good as Mega Man music is, it wouldn't.
that'd be
Yo,
weird.
Throw on that Snake Man track, bro. Chill.
I mean, it's like Guile. It's like Guile season. You put it in there, anything.
That'd still be weird though.
No, it would,
It would
because we're
feel
so
weird.
used to that aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah.
The stage plus like whatever is going on in the game, it like is very important. The track, like it has to put that feeling in that and whatever's going on. Because if it doesn't, it's just like it's just a regular thing that you're gonna forget. But like
But if it had Mega Man music,
Maybe
it's worth a thought.
that's like putting Cuphead music in
Yeah.
like Days Gone.
Yeah.
like it destroys.
Imagine
everything.
Now,
Does
but
it match
if you play Days
whatsoever?
Gone in black and white,
Yeah.
Hell, man.
Actually, you can put it in.
filter.
Hell yeah. You can put it in Ghost of Tsushima. You can put it in there in black and white.
nah, chill.
Oh
chill.
my God! Come on.
Chill.
Might as well
That
be,
is blasphemy.
be like
Stop that.
put the Benny Hill music in Ghost of Tsushima.
Benny Hill and Outrun. I would like to do a mix of all these.
That would be
Those are my two.
Okay. Okay, all right, my two is gonna be Grindstone. It's a puzzle game that I played Tactical Tuesday a while ago, actually, a few months ago. And this game, it plays like it's an odd puzzle game where you play as this character that slaughters these creatures that have gems, and you have to you can only move in the same direction of the same color. Like if it's like a grid, right? Like almost like
I remember the
almost
game.
like
I remember the
Bejeweled.
game. Yeah.
But there's like instead of
Is it cartoony looking?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
The animation is dope in the game and everything, but the music is what got me because the music, it's weird because it does fit the game, but it's not what you would expect. You see something cartoony and animated like that, and you know it's a puzzle game and stuff, and you expect to see like cartoony music, like or just some default, whatever. But this freaking music is like it's a hip hop. No, it's a hip hop track. This guy the guy's name is Sam Webster.
You spitting hot fire.
I freaking downloaded. I went online. I'm like, I got to what was it, YouTube Music. I was like, let me see what this guy's done.
And it's all one composer.
One guy.
Okay.
And he does some hip hop. Like this stuff is like, it could be on the charts, man. Like he could top like.
They're like, nope, we
Like,
won't
this-
allow you.
This guy is
Nope.
up. He's
You're not
up.
allowed to
You know,
do it.
you know how Timberland has that thing, that beat,
Yeah.
whatever. Like people submit their beats. This could pass for it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Word.
easily.
Like, make me money.
Yeah, all right. No, but it's that good. Do yourselves a favor, download it, listen to it, watch gameplay of it.
Okay.
Check out the Tactical Tuesday stream whenever it's back.
I mean, what's
But,
cool about this one, even if we get like demonetized, we might throw some music behind us talking here to let you know what we're talking about. Maybe
Word.
on YouTube whenever we get that back.
Word.
Maybe it's a lot of work,
Word.
but I might do it. Who knows?
I know, right?
You could just play it from our phones.
Uh,
right into the microphone.
I tried to do that
classless.
before. I tried to do it before.
Keep it classless as hell.
They'd be like, I don't know what that is.
Amateur hour.
Somebody's listening to music
That's
in the
what that
shower
is.
up
We
there.
trying to get rid of, trying to keep this monetized. I was basically just giving y'all whatever. It's the music, man. We gotta let y'all know what we hearing.
The other game is, I'm gonna say Okinawa Rush. Is a surprisingly
Oh yeah, that
had
is
good
pretty
music.
dope.
Good.
That's some good music, yeah.
soundtrack, surprisingly good, because it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I'll say this. It didn't my first listen to, I listened to the whole thing from start to finish. It was like 30 freaking tracks. I listened to the whole thing, and my first listen, I was like, I don't know, man. I didn't know what to think. Listen to it again, loved it. Second time got me. And there were certain tracks.
It's a quiet taste.
There was a few tracks that got me like to think like it was like a Sega. It had like the Sega. I remember. I let you hear it the other day, a while back when I was playing it in the car. I was like,
Oh yeah.
you gotta hear this
There's
track.
There's a lot of Sega.
It's like very Sega inspired, like a sound effects. And it sounded like it was from the Genesis or something like that. Like,
Not like that last
but it
battle,
was-
though.
Hope- hopefully not.
but
Genesis.
no, but it was composed. No. Like it had hints of it. It had little hints here
Okay.
and there. of
Inspired
certain-
by.
Yes, like certain sounds. But
Listen,
like
Gunstar Heroes, Fancy Star
No, that's
2,
saying it's all
X, right? About to throw a bottle at you.
I'm just saying, it's not the best sound chip. Not
But-
the best sound chip.
the thing about the soundtrack is that it's all over the place, but that's how the game is also.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it definitely fits the game. Like, but it's the range of like different tracks. It's like, you know how like you listen to a composer, you listen to one track and you listen to another track, you could tell who made, you could tell who composed it.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's different people composing this whole album, this whole soundtrack,
They have a good range.
but it's one person.
good range.
It's crazy,
Mm.
crazy range, man.
Really crazy.
All
But it's
kinds
good.
of range.
It's good though.
So I got one that the chat has been waiting for.
Which one is that?
It's an older game. It's not that new, but there's two of them. But I'll go with the first one. Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay.
Ori in general has some awesome music. It's like classical. And
I just drooled, my bad.
it makes you drool.
It
I'm
makes you
saying.
drool.
It's that good.
I
It's
think
that
I
good.
said-
So composed by a couple of people. Let me get through these names real quick, 'cause that's my strong point. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Gareth Coker featuring Arely Brighton. It could be Arely, whatever. Tom Boyd and Rachel Millis. Mellis?
Tomboy.
Tom Boyd.
He's an island boy.
He's been Boyd.
Stop.
But
It's so bad.
but they released this soundtrack, and there is just such like it brings you in. Talk about a game that has music that like brings you into their world. Like just certain things they do with these instruments. It's like if you love violins and you love classical music and stuff like that, and like builds to a crescendo. Like it's just a lot of energy. Like there's a point in the game where you have to race like a flood that's happening, right? And you have to jump up, like Metroid when you have to escape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a boss you fight like that, but you have to escape and dodge while you're doing it like that.
Hmm.
And the water's coming up. The music playing during that, I downloaded that and listened to that in my car so many times. And it's like, this isn't the type of music you listen to in your car. It's what I listen to.
Feeling.
I'm at a red light.
Who? But
I'm at a red light. I'm at a red light.
People behind you honking. Get the fuck out the way.
I'm composing, looking at the light, like, come on, let's go.
Try.
I mean, conducting.
I am conducting the
Mid-drive.
entire thing, but no, it's a standout one in the game. But like
Okay.
in general, the music in that game is astounding, and like it's magical just listening to stuff like that.
Is it dynamic music? Like, does it change depending on what you're doing? within the game?
Not quite, but it is
It sounds like it though.
it does feel like it.
Oh,
like
that's
stuff
cool.
is happening big time,
That's
and
cool.
it is built like how they do classical stuff when they do it
Yes.
a certain way.
Yes.
And this is a game there where, like that part
Mm.
is made timed, so they did the music based to the timing of that stage.
That's awesome.
Because
They
it's
made it-
rising, so you can't like stand there. So
Right.
you have to keep going. So
That's
it's built
cool.
a certain way. But that's a particular sound in there. Another one I'll say quick is similar. That's why I'm going to say it. That one.
the sequel. Let me stop.
No, I mean, I could say the sequel. Definitely the sequel also. But the first one stood out more.
You're not wrong.
No, it's still a classic. But I'm gonna say one that's left field and not a lot of people say, just because it deserves to get noticed.
Hmm.
Not so much for the whole soundtrack, but there are some standout ones in there that remind me of Ori exactly. It's Child of Light.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
that's a role-playing game where
I couldn't get into that.
everything in the game, the down point of the game,
Yeah.
is that everything in the game had to rhyme. As
Yeah.
far as the dialogue in the game,
That
and it
pissed me
kind
off.
of wore thin because you can't say everything rhyming and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like to a point where it's great writing.
Yeah.
So I wish they didn't really go that route.
That turned me off.
But the gameplay, amazing. If you like role players, the fighting mechanic in there is fun. It's great.
it looks pretty cool.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I thought-
And the music. There's certain tunes in there that feel like it should be in Ori. Same classical type style. And cinematic, very cinematic. And it's like, it's just just listening to it, there's at least 3 standout tracks on that are like outstanding and deserve to be heard. The other ones, it's made by the same guy. Like, who does this one? Who does this guy? It's this is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh.
Because it's a weird core de pirate. It's French, but the O and the E are connected. So I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't know what letter that is. But core de
Chalk,
pirate.
Chalk, read it.
Let me see.
Well, I spelled it. I typed it out.
The guy somewhere watching the podcast like, fuck that.
But the O and the E,
I think you got it right. Core.
de pirate. But the way it's written is the O and the E are connected.
Yeah, it probably just needs just needs like a little more of an accent.
It sounds like he said Core the Pirate.
That's what I thought he said.
Core, the pirate. Yeah. Core.
Core, the pirate.
Core. He's gonna love it because I said it so many times. But
Core the pirate.
But if you're a fan of classical music, definitely give it a listen. There are certain things in there. It kind of reminds me of a Chrono Cross soundtrack. So if you
Okay.
like Chrono Cross
Okay.
and the way those sound, it gives me that feeling.
Hmm.
But there are some in there that sound a lot like the same thing because it's basically a soundtrack that goes along with the game. So if you're in a town, it's doing a certain thing. If you're out and about, it has a certain vibe to it. So it gives you that. But if you listen to it alone, some of the songs might sound like they're the same thing. But the standout ones are the ones you should listen to. Definitely give it a listen. If you like Ori, you'll like the soundtrack.
Interesting.
And if you like Chrono Cross. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try those games.
Child of Light. Definitely give that a shot. I don't know how much it is now, but if it's cheap, definitely
Probably
give
cheap.
it a shot.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah, I
cheap.
got
now.
that.
I love the game though. That game was so fun.
I know you did.
Gotta be cheap.
I tried it.
You know. But yeah, like I said, the writing, yeah, I wish you had an option to have like non-rhyming
That- yeah, that-
and
that
like a
pissed-
real
that-
That
story.
sounds like it get very nice.
That's what pissed me off.
At first I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, what the hell? This is a long
it's just-
game.
That was just like, it just kept going. I'm like,
Yeah.
a little bit of annoying.
Yeah, but other than that, I wish it had an option. But the game is dope. Just play it. Don't worry about the writing.
How
If
long
you
is
just
it?
Don't read.
It's a short game too, right?
It's not that short. It's not that short, but it's not overly long. It's a role player.
15 hours.
It's definitely a role player. It might be maybe around 15, something like that.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Not
a sweet spot.
But it's so
56.
fun. It is fun to play though.
Okay.
I kind of want to play it again.
It looks good.
I played it such a long time ago. I want to play it again.
Games on my list. I'm gonna go with another obscure title, Aegis Defender.
Ooh,
Had a really good soundtrack.
I just keep not giving that game enough credit.
Hmm.
That game was really fun.
It has like a lot of it was like, I guess what you say, ambient music, you know, kind of similar, kind of like background music a little bit. It was very soothing. I like the camp. Remember with the camp intermissions were pretty cool.
Somebody smoked too.
You could smoke to it. Yeah, you could smoke, relaxing to it. You know, it was a pretty decent vibe. The last stage, though, like when you do like the tower defense, it's kind of like, you know, the game's like exploration, little platforming, and then it comes to a point at the end where it's tower defense, and you're putting up a whole bunch of stuff. That gets tensed and orchestrated, kind of.
Really?
And yeah, the last stage in particular, I don't know if you remember that music, Eric, but the last stage had really, really crazy music.
I just remember panicking.
Panic! Oh,
Panic.
That shit has you panicking in the last stage.
It does.
it's like the sound of music.
Oh god, when you're drowning.
It was epic. The last stage it was an epic. That track, I gotta get the name of that track, but that track was really epic.
I'm eager to hear it because I haven't played that game in so long.
I was just like, wow.
It's definitely last stage.
It was definitely the last stage.
So if you look up last stage,
Yeah. It was
Aegis
the
Defender.
hardest. It was the hardest tower defense that they put you up on, and it was crazy. It was a frantic. It really matched. It really matched the scene perfectly, and it was a perfect ending for that game. So it was awesome. But the music of the game is pretty good. It's soothing. It was a great time. It does remind me a little bit of Unsighted with some of the music.
Very
choices.
dope co-op. Very dope co-op.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got?
That's let's see. 20XX.
Oh,
20 double X.
What the fuck is 30 double X? They announced that a long time ago.
PC.
Yeah, it's like you got
Pandemic.
No, it's on the PC.
It's probably
On
on the
PC?
PC. It's just like Salt and Sacrifice that just came out yesterday, and that's not for the Switch yet.
It's on Steam.
Oh, it's got another
Everything's
year.
on Steam right now.
Another year and
Oh,
change.
because it's Steam Deck.
PC, Steam, and I think the Sony, the PlayStation 4 and 5. I
Really?
think that's on, and it looks good. They're saying great things about that, but I don't know what that soundtrack is though. But as far as 20XX, that's the Mega Man X, the indie Mega Man X, pretty much.
Does it sound like Mega Man X?
Yes, it does.
That's
It's
basically
like-
the same game.
It's
Same fucking game.
like this, the way just the music on every single stage. It's like it just sounds like it was inspired by Mega Man X. So it's like if you played any of the Mega Man X games, then you'd be right at home playing that. And it's co-op. So I don't know what Capcom doesn't take from that, but you know,
Okay.
awesome soundtrack.
Capcom
Play.
doesn't like making co-op.
How many do you have left on your list, Go?
I have 3.
3. Okay.
I got 3.
I got 6.
Someone's probably gonna say one of them.
I got 6.
I have 5.
I got a couple. Nothing crazy.
This is my last one.
All right.
My friend Pedro.
Now
That's a good one.
now I have 5.
That was a good. That was a very good soundtrack. Actually.
Yeah, it's fun because it's frantic gunfighting and like parkour, and they want you to be moving around seamlessly. Like, such a fun soundtrack for crazy action.
like some John Wick.
And a crazy
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, and a crazy story being like narrated kind of by a crazy person.
Yeah. that talks to a banana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
character
named
was
Pedro.
a complete lunatic.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I feel like it was like a techno soundtrack.
Yeah.
And the composers are Navi D, Noise Cream, Noun Verber,
Noise
Battle
Cream.
Juice, and Max SF.
Wait, what?
Why do you get the easy?
What was the second to last name?
Noise Cream.
Battle Juice.
Battle Juice and Noise Cream.
You didn't have core.
dude, that's awesome.
I didn't have Core to Pirate.
Battle Juice, Noise Cream.
Noise cream.
That
That's
is
a funny
funny.
name.
Or Yamane. Yamane.
Your man.
That's my main. But yeah, man,
Enjoyed that.
if you guys like frantic gun action with a good soundtrack,
Yeah.
check out My Friend Pedro. I was about to say My Cousin Pedro. I'm like,
Check
My
out
cousin, my cousin Vinny.
Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro.
Cousin Vinny.
word.
Yes.
Vote
Yeah,
for
that was
Pedro.
my last one.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. This is probably like in my top 2, but Blasphemous.
That's another one on my
good
list, and
music.
that's a great one.
Blasphemous Great. might have one of the best indie soundtracks. Period.
Music to listen to in
Stop it.
No, it's surprisingly,
In hell.
it's surprisingly relaxing.
Yeah, the music's not even demonic. It's
No,
just
Ooh,
it's acoustic
good
guitar.
music. It is good music.
it's just it's
acoustic guitar, bro.
It's one of the
classical.
weirder soundtracks I've heard where it's like I could throw it on for a stage and I'm like,
Didn't they have some cheesy music in there too at some points on purpose?
Cheesy music.
Like when they had that guy pop out, like there's a joke part in it.
I heard the whole freaking.
Remember that
album,
part you
man.
showed me? And they play some silly music.
Is it Blasphemous or Death's Gambit?
Oh shoot, that might be Death.
Might
Might be Death Gambit.
Might be
My
Death
bad.
Gambit.
My bad.
They had some silly shit there.
Yeah,
They had some real silly shit in there. No, Blasphemous' soundtrack is insanely good. Like just the.
That was the first standout thing in it.
Yeah, it was real.
Besides the guts and going. Wow.
Like I never like it's like just the soundtrack as a whole. Like I can't think of. It's one of the only soundtracks I've heard where I'm like, this is my favorite track. That's my favorite. It's just like
They
as
all
a
blend.
whole.
They're different,
They all
though.
blend together.
To me,
Yeah,
it's like a big soundtrack. Like
Yep.
it's just one big song, and
Yeah.
it just plays out so fucking awesome. Really, like breathtakingly, like good.
I like listening to that soundtrack while doing other stuff. Like
Yeah, it
like,
really does. Yeah, you
I'll
can
be on the
get-
computer doing editing or whatever, or doing something.
It's
and
mood
it's like,
music, man.
It just and you could like all the tracks blend in, so you don't even know
It's
what's
so good.
playing. But it's like it's great though. It's
Like
great.
I'm like thinking of one of the tracks right now, and I'm like, I kind of want to go back into the game. And the messed up thing is, when you run into Miriam from Bloodstain to do those like quick little things to unlock, you can unlock a move that she gives you. But they did like a little remixed version of the Bloodstain music
Get out of here.
when you meet her,
really?
and I was like,
Wait, with the acoustic,
like when you
with
meet
the
her.
acoustic guitar?
No, I would.
Or
not
just-
I forgot how they did it, but
Like you know it's the song.
Yeah,
It's just-
Oh,
because
that's cool,
they
man.
introduce her, and they have like the camera pan up, and they show her legs because her legs have the tattoos on
tats
them.
on there,
So
yeah.
when you see the tats on the legs, you're like, "Yep, that's her." And then you hear like a little hint of the Bloodstain type music in there, and I'm like,
Yo, is she thick?
That's interesting.
I don't know what was
Tryna
worse,
holler?
the comment
Tryna
or the
holler?
face that he made too. He said, "She dick."
Rule 34.
Chalk trying to holler.
But yes, that soundtrack is up there, like top.
Okay.
Another one, Cyber Shadow, dude.
It's on my list. That's
Cyber-
on everyone's list.
Cyber
that's on everybody's
Shadow.
list.
Jesus.
Yep.
Come on.
Right.
Why wouldn't it be on your list?
That is like, I just
It's
bought
like every
that.
track. That's in every
every
track one.
single
Yeah.
track.
That's in every track.
Yeah, there's no bad track on
The
it.
first
No.
stage though, the first stage track, you just jump into the game. It
Yeah,
gets you just so fucking pumped.
It's the
Stage
perfect
1
track.
is probably my favorite
It might be.
out of I listened to it all. Well, actually, it was kind of hard to find that soundtrack. But stage 1 is the standout if you're gonna look for what this
that
sounds
track is crazy.
It's amazing.
It's
that
the
is-
perfect.
And there's actually a rock version of it.
Real? Oh, I gotta
it?
find that
Yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
after this
Really?
podcast.
It's right above it if you
How-
search for it.
how is it?
It's that was the first one I clicked,
Really?
and I was like,
rock version of
Yeah,
that
rock
song.
it's like a heavy version of it. I
Oh,
was like,
dude,
ooh.
I'm gonna lose my mind
Dope.
on that. Wow. If that game came out around the same time, or like maybe I don't know, like around the time
An 8-bit era.
of 8-bit era,
Oh yeah,
it would rival Ninja Gaiden soundtrack. Ninja Gaiden,
it's very
because I
similar.
have
yeah.
I have nostalgia with Ninja Gaiden. That's what usually wins.
nothing topping that.
But yeah, basically.
It's one of the top.
But Cyber Shadow's got
it's that
It's up
good.
there. It's up there.
it's
that
got serious tracks, dude.
Yep.
But yeah, those two. I got 3 left. I'll probably knock them all out.
Yeah, that's definitely in everybody's list. I knew you
Yeah,
were
I
gonna
got-
say it. That's why I was like, I got it as a side one. 'Cause I knew you were gonna say it.
Oh, Cyber Shadow, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I got 3 left now.
Chop
Everybody's
What's gonna happen?
No, but that's why I had extras. I had extras because I knew you guys were gonna have it.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one. I think this is the one that you left out because you were gonna say this definitely. Fury.
Yep, absolutely.
Very.
Fury's on my list.
It's. I remember when I first played it, and I heard the soundtrack, and I'm like, I know this composer. I've heard him before.
You
And
met him.
I went through my I have compilations of other stuff. I like
Your roommate.
discovering new. What?
Just throwing things in there that make no sense.
Yeah, man. I'm like, what? You're throwing me off. Oh, freaking no. So I like discovering new artists and stuff like that, new composers and shit. And I remember going through like my old soundtrack. I'm like, this sounds very familiar to, and then I found it, and I'm like, oh, this song. I've been listening to this song
You heard it
for
before you even
years, for like maybe 3 years.
knew. Told you,
I've
man.
had it in my in the compilation of stuff, and I just never knew who this person was or whatever. That's when I looked it up, and I found out that this guy did the soundtrack to Fury, and countless other games too.
Yeah. You heard it in the movie theater and you're waiting.
He's freaking awesome. And the name of the composer, his name is goes by the name Danger.
Danger.
He does live shows and stuff in Europe. I don't know if he's French or something.
Dope name though.
But he has he wears a mask, almost like nobody knows what he looks like. All his music doesn't have names. They're numbered.
Numbers. Because he doesn't know how to name it.
Well, he
jam on numbers.
It's actually the time that it takes to complete the song.
Oh.
At the time he's done with the song, he uses that time, like to the seconds, and he puts that as
That's
the name
a weird
of the track.
way to figure
Super
out.
weird, man. Super weird way to make a track.
But memorable.
But
Which 1038, man? Which 1038? My favorite.
Yeah. Now his music is, and not even in just Fury, just in general, just in anything this guy does. It's
I would have never played Fury if it didn't have that soundtrack.
Well, that's super cinematic
Furious
too.
got, yeah.
super cinematic. Like his music works
Movie
for
time, man.
it works for movies. It works for movie trailers. It works for obviously it works for video games, but it's awesome, and it's like I like the switch from like cinematic and orchestra to techno, kind of like electronic synths and
You
everything.
definitely got the action built into that.
It's everything all into one, dude.
The tracks that they picked for like each boss are very appropriate too, because like there's like they're really one of them one that like you have to hide. Well, the boss is hiding. It's like invisible, and you have to like shoot randomly just so it could one of the shots connect and then pops out. But like you have to go around this whole stage and find the boss. But like it has you like it's like a very upbeat. Like it has you just moving fast. You can't just like sit around and look for the ball. Like you have to like you're trying to move at the pace of the song.
It builds
pretty
attention.
much.
Yeah.
And same with the third boss. Same thing. Like that's one of the foulest bosses in the game. But something about that track, I'm like, nah, this is a dope track that they're playing with it. I gotta win to this shit. So like the way that they put the tracks with each and in between bosses while you're talking to whatever person that's in there. Like they have something that's a little bit more slowed down, and then something that builds into the next fight. The way they did it was just perfect, so fucking perfect. But Fury, that's it's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
Indeed.
Two more.
You gonna
This
say
one
it
I
right?
know nobody has. This one, Invincible Ink.
Oh, no, I got that.
You do?
No.
Lying.
No, I didn't play. I never played.
It's a tactical strategy.
Tuesday.
Tactical Tuesday. Now it's a strategy game.
Is that the stealth game?
It's a stealth strategy game. Yes,
Okay.
it's a stealth strategy game. The art style of the game is awesome, but the soundtrack, surprisingly, if you really listen to it, it's really good. And there's not that many tracks either. I think there's like maybe 10 tracks for the whole game. But it's, how do I even describe it? It's like almost like a Metal Gear kind of, but more dynamic in that, like, when you listen to the tracks out of the 10 tracks, right? It's dynamic in that depending on what's going on in the battle or in the game, the music has sections that'll change. So when you're on high alert, the music changes specifically, and that's how they're named on the tracks are named. Like it's one track.
High alert.
But what?
It's named High Alert.
No. It's like each let me how to describe this. Each track, right, is like 10 minutes long, or 15 minutes long. One track, right? Within each track, they have sections.
There's a section
it's
plays
broken
off
up, right?
Basically, what you're doing.
So you're
it'll
looking
switch up.
through. You look through the playlist or whatever, and it'll say, what is it? Standby or whatever, or low guard, whatever, high alert, boss, and each
But it's
one of them,
renditions of the same track played differently.
Yes.
Or- Okay.
they'll like when everything is calm.
Yeah.
That was one. Calm was one of them. Like they use less instruments, and it's like, but it's really well done though. It's like, and I'm like,
It's hard to do, man.
that's cool that they, and it makes sense because it's a strategy game, so it's like it's easier to do it for that type of game than for like a an action game or a platformer.
But they can build attention. They can build
Yeah.
the mood for you.
Well, yeah, and it do it perfectly. It's really well done. Really good. All right. And the last one is well, this one also. It's probably on your list
Hmm.
too. Slipstream.
It was on my list, but not not for the reason you think.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
It's on my list to compare to another game that's on my list.
Well, you put something on your list to compare on your list.
Yes.
You're breaking the rules.
No, that game is it's a dope soundtrack. It's it's a throwback synthwave 80s.
I heard one track and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a throwback synthwave 80s.
A standout one on that soundtrack is Forgotten Strategy.
And
I
what?
love that one.
Slipstream?
And Slipstream. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
I mean, look it up.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
part that. Well, I have to hear it.
But that's a standout one out of that soundtrack.
Okay,
If y'all want to check it out. But it's good.
that's it though. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I guess I'll start with that since it goes right into it. So, a lot of people say Slipstream has an awesome soundtrack. Now, I listened to it in comparison to another game that's in
Like I said, you can't do that.
in that category. It was Horizon Chase Turbo.
Really?
Now, it's another racing game inspired by Outrun.
Yes.
As far as soundtracks, if I was to compare them,
Plays completely different, but yeah, soundtracks.
soundtrack for Horizon Chase Turbo is freaking great.
What? Let me stop. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it's a good
No, it has an 80s style
It
also,
does. It does. Yeah.
but the variety of what's on that soundtrack as a whole
Mhm.
completely changes up as you go. It's just, it feels like racing. Like there's a lot of stuff in Slipstream that doesn't sound like racing, but it sounds like good music. So if you listen to the soundtrack, it depends on what you're doing, but it's a lot more laid back than the tension you need for racing. And Horizon how did they get away with naming it Horizon when Horizon is already out?
Horizon for click.
Horizon Chase Turbo, but that has a lot of music that reminds me more of, say, an Outrun. If you like that type of music, because you know how in Outrun it had mellow music in Outrun, but it still revved up and made you feel like you were moving fast though. And I was just surprised because that never gets talked about. I mean, it did when it came out, but then it got forgotten real quick. It really has a good soundtrack, so definitely check that out. Another one, this is my last one basically, and I have another quick one I'll just name, but I won't talk about much because I didn't really play that one, but I know the soundtrack is astounding.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, it's honorable mention.
Okay.
Actually, there was one song that I forgot to tell you to look for. So in Child of Light, the standout song is Jupiter's Lightning. So if you guys want to look that up for that, that's a good one. Okay, but The Messenger. Another.
I almost put it on my list. It's actually.
I actually
Yeah.
was waiting for you to say that.
It's
I was
another
thinking
game.
about it, but-
It's another game that's like Ninja Gaiden, definitely inspired by the 8-bit Ninja games, or 16-bit if you want to go that way, because they're both represented in here. The cool thing about the Messenger soundtrack is they have an 8-bit rendition of it and a 16-bit rendition of the same song.
That's cool.
With different instruments.
And
So
also an underwater rendition.
it's an underwater.
Ah,
they have an
cool.
effect on it.
Yeah.
That's
but
cool.
it is a different song
That's
basically.
pretty cool.
But chiptunes is obviously the 8-bit one, and then they use it. I don't know if you can call it chip. I mean, it's still chiptunes, but it's just not the normal sounding one. Chiptune on 16-bit. No, it's still chiptunes, but it's just a 16-bit soundboard they use.
Wow.
Shit too.
It is super catchy, and I could definitely see the Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man influence in it because a lot of songs do sound like they could fit right in a Mega Man game too. But you could tell that Ninja Gaiden was something that they were trying to defeat in this process. But it's one guy or one group, I don't know, but it's called Rainbow Dragon Eyes. That's his name.
Dragon Eyes. That's
Rainbow.
That sounds like a
Dragon
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
But the cool thing is though,
Time to do.
they have two CDs. They have two soundtracks. So one is the 8-bit soundtrack and one is the 16-bit soundtrack.
That's cool. I like that.
Two different CDs.
That's awesome.
completely.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So definitely check that out. It's I don't know which, all right, I picked one, the Frozen Light. If you check that out, there's one that's for the Frozen Dark too. That's the other version of it. But the Frozen Light, or I was gonna pick Stage 1, which I forgot the title, but I had to pick one, so I picked one for y'all to go check out. So definitely check out the Frozen Light. And the last one that gets the honorable mention, Hotline Miami.
How do I not have that?
That
Yeah,
soundtrack,
that's weird.
the soundtrack
Damn
is
it!
so
I forgot
good.
about that, man.
It was a standout for that title because it's like a Grand Theft Overhead
It's
type
known
game.
for its music.
But the
Dude.
music is what everybody talked about when that came out.
I listened to the freaking soundtrack before I played the game.
I never played the game, and I have a few tracks from there.
Soundtrack is dope.
The game is dope too. But the soundtrack is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my list.
I have one honorable mention, and the other one is questionable.
backward.
Who is that?
That's like a bad J. Jonah James.
Audio listeners are like, who the hell is that guy? Who keeps interrupting? No, the one that's questionable, I wasn't sure if this was really an indie because it's a spin-off of a franchise, like a AAA.
Who makes it?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's not
I'm
on
going
the
to say the
list.
name of the
It's
game.
not there. No, don't even say it.
Well, it's from the Far Cry series, Blood Dragon.
Okay. I mean, I don't know who exactly made
I don't know
that.
who the hell made that, so I got to look.
Whatever, it's indie today.
If it's
That's why I put it as an honorable
Yeah,
mention,
okay.
because I'm not sure. That's why I put it as a
Okay.
But that
It's Ubisoft, man.
it's funny because that's the first time I've heard, like, when we're talking about indie, like, how many of the soundtracks that we mentioned have that 80s synth, vibe?
Pretty much all of them.
Almost all
Pretty
of them,
much.
right?
Yep.
Because if
this
it's
is the one
melodic, if it's melodic, then it's 80s.
That's the one that started the trend.
This is the one that started it.
Nah, I mean, it's 80s. It's the 80s.
Well, this one
It's the 80s.
because this was a spin-off title, right? That was made as a joke, and it was poking fun. It was like a satire.
parody.
It was a satire of 80s action movies.
Yeah.
And all this, like, the Megan McDuffie's inspired by him, by the soundtrack. Like, a lot of people that composers are inspired by this game and this soundtrack. So I think this one definitely started it.
Dragons.
For a lot of people.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, that's one of them. And the other one is
Dragons had a soundtrack. It would be 80s.
yeah, right. Well, they also threw some, like,
Sounds like a never-ending story.
what was it? Fucking James Brown was in there too. I'm like, how the hell did they
Get
get,
on
like,
good
how
foot.
did they get the licensing for this? Anyway,
They probably didn't ask.
yeah, right.
Damn.
That's why it never came
That's
out.
probably why.
And they don't do no goddamn squealing.
Oh, man.
Circa Infinity is the last game I will recommend.
What is it?
It's Circa Infinity.
Circa Infinity.
Yeah,
I thought you were
played-
talking about Infinity.
No.
Which has a very clever soundtrack, though.
It's clever,
Very clever. And
but it's trippy as
it's
hell.
trippy as fuck.
But I wouldn't say it's a favorite.
Mm.
It's good. It fits the game. But I wouldn't say it's good. But no, Circa Infinity, the soundtrack does fit. The only reason why I say it's an honorable mention is because I think, what is it, 10 stages per world, and through all those 10 stages, you're listening to the same song.
Okay.
Not that it's bad.
If it's a good song,
It's just over and over. It's like repetitive because you listen.
I would listen to stage 1 Cyber Shadow over and over.
yeah.
For 10 stages?
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck it. This shit's fire. This shit is fire.
I listen to Rostown soundtrack theme song. I would say it's fine.
But it's good. No, it's a good soundtrack. Honorable mention.
Okay.
Check it out. Check it out.
I'm interested to see if anyone says this title, but I'm gonna let y'all go.
I thought you were done, no?
I'm done.
I just remember.
Oh, you just go.
but somebody might say it.
I remembered an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
What you got over there?
Shovel Knight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Tried to-
Good one. That's a good one.
I'm trying to figure out what I can compare the music
Shovel
to.
Knight's OG. That's like
well, it
the-
was definitely a Mega Man.
It's
inspired.
a Mega Man. I feel Xanadu in some place.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's very well done. There's a lot of medieval 8-bit type of sounds going through that game.
Well, he's a knight.
But,
You know, it's a shovel.
Yeah, right.
it's true.
With a shovel.
But I thought the music in that was pretty well done. What's another one? Does Double Dragon Neon count as an indie title?
what I was gonna
Way,
say.
I mean, Way Forward.
It does.
Wait for it is an indie
Yeah.
dev.
No, they did that.
That's why I wanted to wait to see if someone said
Okay.
it. That's the
It
one.
counts.
That's
I didn't have it on there
Mhm.
only because there's a track that I'm obsessed with, but the soundtrack as a whole is good, but not one of my favorites.
There's two
It's a
standouts,
good-
but
it's
it's
a-
a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a very good soundtrack.
There's actually a couple in there also.
A couple of remix songs in there
Yeah.
too that are pretty dope too.
It's a good honorable mention.
Yeah, definitely very good.
That's all I got.
That's Mango Tango, man. They did
Yeah.
stage 2, Mango Tango.
Bingo Bongo.
Bingo bongo. What?
Bingo bongo.
Yabo yabo.
The remake.
Yabo
Wow.
yabo. What the hell?
My honorable mention, and I'm surprised Al didn't say this. Narita Boy.
Oh, I was getting told that he forgot so many titles. He's so
Mhm.
upset.
Dude, I would have
That
had
is
50
actually-
games.
I've got some amazing.
Yeah,
ones.
That's
from what
got
I
some good
played,
ones.
that
That's awesome.
soundtrack was fire.
No, that's a good one.
Oh, you didn't get to the.
I didn't.
You
I
didn't-
didn't.
I
finish it.
will finish that game.
I'll let you hear.
I'm
the,
just stuck in
I'll
a
let you hear the last
stupid
game.
fucking part. When you stop playing the game, this is what happens.
Yeah.
I probably have to start the game over.
Oh, you do get stuck in the game. I got stuck quite a few times,
I want to try
but
it.
it was
the
more,
trailer even that got me.
The,
Yeah.
the
Trailer with the music in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
I have. I know I'm gonna enjoy it when I finish the game.
the actual sword fighting in that game is
Combat's good.
combat is
Yep.
very very well.
Very
done.
slidey,
You get different abilities too, and woo,
floaty, and slidey.
And you got a shotgun.
Yeah, I think I got
it gets
that.
good. It gets good.
Hell yeah.
It gets dope.
Hmm.
But
But it's just a good place to go.
that
music.
last when you beat the game,
It's a great place.
the music that you hear, the soundtrack, I guarantee you're gonna laugh, and you're gonna also be like, "This is dope."
Oh, that's another Double Dragon Neon thing too. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a surprising track. that
Oh,
you just know-
dear
yeah.
Lord!
that you
So
won't
we have
speak
to
up.
mention it just because of that.
Yeah. No, that's
you do.
yeah.
You do. You definitely do.
So yeah. Well,
Uh,
being that I didn't have it on my list at all,
Mm.
I'd say it's a good honorable mention though.
I have 3 left. 2 probably more honorable mentions.
You can say them all because I'm done.
Yeah. dude.
Moving out.
oh shit.
Okay. No, I did have some great music.
That's
yeah.
right.
That had
Yeah,
some
I
tracks.
think
That's some
that had the freaking-
Paula Abdul type
Yeah,
shit in
man.
there.
It had the freaking the composer of
That's exactly why we got the game. Remember, we did the demo. I said, "What
On the
is
demo
this
right away.
song?" I said, "This song is crazy."
Right away, it sold us.
I was like, 4 players?
Yeah.
All right, no, I'm buying it. Dude, this is done. I'm not even need to see anything else.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
Yeah. That does qualify as an
yeah.
indie. Yeah.
Scott
Does,
Pilgrim
yeah.
had some crazy.
No, that's a
tracks.
great soundtrack.
That
I
soundtrack.
forget who did the whole. They did the whole thing.
Yeah, that they killed it on that game. I
No,
remember.
that's a lot of guitar, a
Yeah.
lot of melodies. Like
Yeah.
it's that's
good.
classic. That was one of the starts
That's a good one.
of all this indie stuff
Yeah.
as far as music goes.
Music,
yeah.
yeah.
'Cause that was super indie in the soundtrack itself.
Because
Yeah.
it was a parody of a comic book of a freaking about video game.
Yeah.
It was a
It
super
was like a
independent
weird-
comic. It was an independent comic,
Yeah, no, it was.
and it got big.
Yeah,
And the movie didn't do as good as it's supposed to.
movie
The
was
movie was great.
That movie was excellent, and
Did a good
and
job.
it failed for no reason. But now,
I think it has
no, it's a cult.
no,
following.
it definitely has a cult following.
It's a cult
It's like
following.
Friday.
If that movie, every time that movie's on, I cannot stop watching it.
It's a great movie.
Funny thing
Dude.
is, I didn't even care to watch it, and I saw it. I said, "This is fucking cool."
You know what,
This is a really
somebody-
cool movie.
Somebody told me about that movie to watch it again and and to think about this, and it fucked me up.
Captain America.
To watch it, if you're watching the movie, it makes you feel like you're on shrooms.
It does. No, the movie's done so well though.
Really?
I watched it again, and I was like, yeah, it really does make you feel like you're on shrooms because you start seeing things in the background. It's really good.
Anamanaguchi.
Oh, there you go.
Anamanaguchi.
Yeah.
And Mamaguchi.
No,
Anamanaguchi.
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 Christy
Not Mama.
Yamaguchi.
Not Mama.
No, Anamanaguchi.
Oh wow.
That's a fun name to say. That. It looks like it's the hardest name in the world.
Yeah,
It
but-
really does.
yeah,
but
Yeah, you got to sit there and just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Sound-
yeah, that's how you
sound-
pronounce it.
Sound it out. Sound it.
my my last title I have on here would have to be Death's Gambit.
Okay.
Death's
Okay.
Gambit
Wow.
might be one of my favorite soundtracks I've ever heard in the game.
You got drawn into that. Man.
That there's something about towards the end of the game that just shit changed dramatically, soundtrack wise, story wise, and I think every single like crazy moment that was happening at the end, like the payoffs for the stories and
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that, every track that was played was just like it put you in the moment, which is very hard to do.
Yeah.
And when a game that doesn't look like it's like realistic, because you know, like you play your Last of Us, you're in it because it looks realistic. But like if something looks 16-bit, it's tough to get the emotion of the game. So like the tracks they were playing, like with the main story, I was like, yo, I'm like, this is like fucking me up. I was like, these tracks are fucking crazy right now. And then I looked up like there's different paths you could take, and there was like 2 bosses that you could fight, but the track, you know, like there's the Reaper who's always around you in that game. The Reaper, you're talking to him and shit. If you choose to pick a decision to fight him later on towards the end of the game, the track they played with that, I said, that sounds like the best last boss music I've heard in a game. I was like, the song they played was fucking crazy. I'm like, that is a last boss track. Like, holy shit, they murdered that game at the end. But
Better than Sephiroth.
it's on that level. It's on
If that was
level.
indie,
Yeah, no, it's on that level.
She's back.
If you leave out the
Great
the
track.
singing
Great track.
of
Yeah.
the Sephiroth track, it's very similar, like to that pacing of like
Listen, if
you're
songs,
fighting something
Like
big.
impending doom.
Yeah, this is a big deal right now.
That-
if songs want to get to be like memorable, they
Yeah.
got to be either powerful or catchy.
Yeah,
They have to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
And like you said, if it's classic, that's probably gonna be powerful.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, remember, because I always go back to Astral Chain about, when I had the goosebumps on that one part, the exact part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And like I rarely feel shit like that in the game when you're playing a moment. Death's Gambit was right there with that type of feel with the music towards the end of the game. And I was like, yo, these guys knocked it out the park with that. Because I was hating on that game.
I saw you transition to legendary.
Yo.
I was like, you said it was all right.
Yo.
Like this. Shit.
It went from like, man, this game had so much potential. Then I was like, all right. I to be honest, I might play it again. Like that's how it is. Like that's
Nah, those bosses are too hard.
yeah. And to get the real ending, you
ain't
gotta
getting that
play,
real ending.
you gotta play them on what, level 30 or something.
You were on like what 3, and you had to be on 5, like something like that. It was
Well,
ridiculous.
my level was like 100, but you have to beat the
But I
boss.
mean, the level there was like 4 levels above where you needed to be. I was like, ooh,
no,
that's rough.
to beat.
that's rough.
And there's a specific 5 you have to beat
Yes.
on level 30.
And they whipped your.
And they will. There's one I almost beat though.
Did you?
Yeah, there's one I almost beat, but I didn't have patience.
Yeah.
At that time, I
But
wanted to beat
you
the game.
definitely have to like be living it. And
Yeah,
breathing it.
but there's so many items and stuff that I forgot to make my guy more powerful and make it easier. So
Yeah.
but yeah, Death's Gambit, it's high. It's high in terms of indie soundtracks that I've heard.
A lot of people put this on the list. I mean, I was quick because I didn't play the game. They say Hollow Knight is one of the ones
I heard about that.
with some of the best music. for indie
Let me
things. So,
stop.
I didn't mention it, even I didn't play it because I know somebody
I know,
in things gonna be like, "Yo, you didn't say Hollow Knight. How could you?"
No, I
So-
played
but
I played like 10 minutes of the game, man.
I do want
I
to play
can't really.
it. I want to play it, but I've had it for so long.
We all
and
have it.
I haven't touched it.
We all have
See, whenever someone from here says that, it makes me want to be the one that, like Fury, like, oh, we stopped at boss 3. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit.
I just haven't. It never.
No, I will
I
play
never
it, though.
realized that I have it because there's always so many more games
Well,
that I want to get to beforehand.
Ken has it
You
too.
could take a game,
You do,
any
right?
game that you
Oh,
want to
Ken
play.
he hasn't played it
Take
either.
any game that you want to play 2 years ago, indie game or whatever.
Yeah.
Looks fucking amazing. Heard it was dope.
Yeah.
2 years ago, how many games are piled on top of that
Yeah,
game now?
all the
Like
time.
that's just the
Backlog
way it
is
is.
real.
All the
Like
time.
that's just that
But-
game.
Well,
is
how
just
many
getting-
how many games do we plan on playing that we have scheduled to
Yeah,
play?
yeah.
But then there's like 50 games that come
It's-
out.
And then
like,
there's always
over.
something that pops up. It's like, oh, that's got to be the
Right.
one.
And then we got, we got to
Yeah.
play this.
Yeah.
Gotta put you back down
It
again.
goes deeper and deeper into the.
But when
friggin'
I
abyss.
hear it has a soundtrack that's like regarded as one of the best soundtracks, it does make me want to play it more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to the soundtrack,
Yeah.
and then
It might make me want to
hopefully,
play.
yeah, hopefully that gives me motivation to go.
Because I
back
know
to
the
it.
game is going to be good.
I only have an hour and change in Triangle Strategy. They got some pretty good music in that game. Dude.
No,
Decent,
no,
yeah.
the music.
It's decent.
You know, the music that's great in Triangle Strategy is just let the game play in the beginning. Don't even press start.
Really?
There's vocals and stuff like
get
that.
outta here.
they
Really?
got- yeah, no,
I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
Pro tip, y'all heard it here first.
No, I heard it. I was like, the soundtrack
I
is
didn't know
starting to. I was like, I'm. When the soundtrack gets me, then you have my attention, and I'm like, okay, if it continues like this, I'm gonna play the fuck out of this. game.
The intro scene without even pressing start, like you just wait for it, and the vocals. I don't even think the vocals are in English, but she says, Triangle Strategy, and then she says.
Triangle strategy.
Yeah, you hear that? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what? But it sounds epic. I'm
They're
like,
like, we couldn't
yo.
think of another name. I'm sorry. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what we gotta roll with.
It was in
I'm sorry.
beta. We had
Triangle strategy. Nah, like Sephiroth.
But it's got
Triangle strat.
Oh god.
it's
But
got-
music in general is what makes indies magic,
Yeah.
especially that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
also, Children of Morta, definitely had a good soundtrack. That last moment. Oh my god, yes, Children of Morta.
That had some good music to
Deserves
too.
mention.
Yes,
Definitely.
that deserves
Don't
a
want to forget
mention.
about that one. That was pretty dope.
good.
What about Smash Brothers Ultimate? Okay.
It's
What the hell?
Yeah, best indie title of all time.
Yeah.
What about Hyper Light Drifter? Do you remember the music in that
That's
game?
it's actually named a lot.
It's named a lot.
I remember we were like Yeah, it's very moody.
It's a moody.
very
Yeah,
moody.
it's a movie track.
Very moody. Yeah.
Transistor's also named a lot.
I think Unsighted did it better
It's-
though.
I didn't get into that.
Unsighted did it better.
I got into the-
Unsighted, it's like I like that better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Transistor was a good game.
Mm.
The music didn't.
It's actually mentioned.
I'm sure.
I never heard it.
For me
like that.
personally, it didn't like grab me like that. It was
Okay.
more like background music. Like I
Mm.
didn't focus heavily on it.
Well, I mean, you guys in the chat, let us know.
Yeah.
What your favorite soundtrack, indie soundtrack, is in the comments.
I'm sure there's
when we
tons.
post this on YouTube, once we get our YouTube.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, this might be demonetized. So if you guys want to super thank us, that would be great because we're probably not going to get nothing out of this video because I want to put the music in it for you
Yeah.
guys. I want you guys to hear what we're talking about. So
Just pay the ransom and we'll get the channel back. Let me stop. Let me
Pay
stop.
the
Let me stop. Let me stop, man. Help!
Oh, man.
Help! They have my family tied up. No, I'm just-
Well, hopefully things go smooth and we can get this video up back
Yeah.
on YouTube because we did record it. It'll be on there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're hearing this on there, then you know it went through.
Yeah, man.
If not, then we on Twitch, y'all. Sign up.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hell yeah, do that.
Uh-huh.
Do that whenever we get it back.
Well, no,
I was talking about Twitch.
Talking about Twitch right
Oh
now.
no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tell
Oh, they have-
everybody, yo.
Twitch has I thought it was follow.
Follow, do something, hit the button.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it
Do
was
something, hit a button.
follow. Do something.
Click your mouse, touch the screen.
I
don't
didn't know.
care what
All right, I don't know
Hit
anything
the
about
heels.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
that. Clicking heels won't do nothing.
Also, yeah, I mean, this is gonna be weird, but the live stream schedule. Yeah, man. First Monday of every month, we got the Indie eShop recap.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Check
Go
it
by
out
right now.
yeah. Right now it's up in the air, but whenever it's back, no, it's gonna be up next month.
We're talking
Coming
future
up.
talk. Future talk.
Indie video game trailers. Watch that live. All right, check it out. Tactical Tuesdays with me, Alg857. You can check me out playing RPG, puzzle game, strategy game, all that good stuff. Watch it. I'm gonna try to play this week coming up. Hopefully, we get the channel back. So I
We
can-
might have a surprise for y'all. Y'all better go subscribe when we tell y'all.
Yeah, man.
Because it's going to be a surprise.
Well, the post was up before we got hacked. The post was up, so you
If
guys
we can
already.
get things back on track,
Yeah.
then
That's
Level
already-
57 Live.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to Live
Yes.
Bars.
Oh man.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Mangled those words.
Yo, he does this rap stuff, son.
Does
If y'all ever doubted, we really about these bars, son.
Does that.
We about these bars. Sticks is about these bars.
All right, Wednesdays.
Live video.
Tactical Tuesdays, guys.
No, on Wednesdays.
Check it out. Wednesdays we got the video game podcast. We do it live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square.
You don't want to be a square.
Ain't nothing wrong with square.
Or circle. Come
Squared
around
circle.
full circle.
Triangle
Wrestling ring.
strategy.
Square
Let me
circle.
stop. All right. So Thursday thrills.
Yeah, that's my show.
Tell us about it. Elden
All
Ring.
right. Nah, man. So I could be playing something new. I could play something old.
Easy mode.
Easy mode, hard mode. Nah, never hard mode. Normal or easy. Normal or easy.
Baby mode.
Unless, I get votes to play on.
Straight
It depends on the
cop
game. If y'all want to see me get my ass whipped for, viewing pleasure, I'll put it on hard mode for y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
gonna beat the game then. It's fine. It's laughs. It's fun. It's fun. But listen, it could be indie. It could be brand new. Could have came out that day. But it's gonna be thrilling. It's gonna be Thursday, and it's gonna be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check it out. Sticks.
There we go.
Yep.
And
And then what we got Friday?
Yeah. What's
We got Fighter Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I only play Dragon Ball Fighters, guys. So
Friday.
don't be surprised when you see Vegeta throwing fireballs. It's Dragon Ball. All day, all night.
Fighters Eat Fridays.
Hey,
man.
Dragon Ball is very popular.
It really is. I
Yep.
might have to play it this Friday because
That's what you always play.
Because that's what you're always for.
Actually, people want to get on there. They are asking.
people, didn't somebody want to fight me?
Everyone.
Someone
Everyone
on
wants that smoke. Everybody.
Someone on YouTube wanted to fight me.
Everybody talks.
There's no one on YouTube.
Everybody
especially us.
talks that.
Yeah.
right now.
Everybody coming after Chuck. man.
Everybody talks that.
Hopefully by Friday though. Hopefully by Thursday. Hopefully by hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I just don't know. We don't know. We have to wait for
Yeah,
YouTube.
Everything's up in the air right now, but
We got the backlog break.
That's right.
Yep.
Whenever
We
we
talk about
have,
all these games.
whenever we have free time, man.
You got games.
And we got plenty of free time now.
behind us.
We got nothing but time right now. But backlog break and Smashmatics.
Mm-hmm.
Check those shows out
That's
whenever
right.
they are available.
And for now, they'll be streaming on Twitch.
Definitely
Till we
Twitch.
get our channel back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Be sure to hit
Yeah.
that follow, y'all.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button.
Yep.
Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a side piece and a mistress and a sneaky link. And your cousins,
There it goes.
brothers,
Wait.
sisters, uncles,
Wait for that word.
aunts, grandparents, anyone who likes playing video games or likes being entertained, please
Chat
steer
don't
them in our
discriminate.
direction.
Chat don't discriminate.
I know.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Absolutely.
Word.
Depends on your icon. Nah.
Wow.
It could be like some Nazi thing. I
Send
don't
them
know.
our way.
Yeah, right. If they do
We
discriminate,
will make them smile.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. Listen, we appreciate y'all.
We're only here to put a smile on your face.
On your face.
On your face.
On your face.
All over
our
your
face?
face, if you
Oh,
will.
stop that.
But
Oh, boy.
over-
No, stop
Oh,
that.
boy.
Stop that.
All right, guys.
if you will.
Well, until next time,
Yeah.
we will see y'all later.
Hopefully on YouTube.
Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to
Thank
everybody.
you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks
Thank you for
again.
hanging out with us.
All the side pieces.
We out.
Peace.
Yeah.